Welcome to Lotus Whisper. I am your companion on this journey toward the quiet center of your being. Tonight, we explore the heavy clouds of the mind and the ancient art of releasing the thoughts that bind us. Have you ever felt like a traveler lost in a storm of your own making, where every choice feels like a jagged stone and every memory a heavy weight? We often carry the past and the future like burdens on our shoulders, forgetting that the path beneath our feet is the only truth. Together, we will walk through the mist of overthinking, peeling back the layers of worry until only the silence remains. Let us begin by acknowledging the tension that tightens your chest and the noise that refuses to dim. Before we step into the stillness of our first chapter, I invite you to subscribe to Lotus Whisper and join our circle of peace. The air in this room feels thick, does it not? It is as if the very molecules of oxygen have become saturated with the weight of the hours you have just lived. You are sitting here now, perhaps in a chair that feels a little too hard, or lying on a bed where the sheets feel slightly coarse against your skin. Your body is still, but inside there is a frantic motion that refuses to cease. It is the motion of the mind, a spinning wheel that creates no thread, a fire that produces only smoke. This is the weight of overthinking. It is a heavy, suffocating cloud that has settled over the landscape of your spirit, obscuring the horizon and making every step feel as though you are wading through deep, cold water. Consider the texture of this moment. The sun has begun its slow descent, leaving behind a sky the color of bruised plums and tarnished silver. The light in your room is fading, retreating into the corners, leaving you in a twilight that mirrors the state of your own thoughts. There is a specific kind of exhaustion that comes not from physical labor, but from the relentless grinding of the mind against itself. It is the feeling of a gear that has lost its lubrication, metal screaming against metal, generating heat but no progress. You feel it in the base of your skull, a dull ache that hums like a distant hive of bees. You feel it in your jaw, which you have been holding tight for hours without even realizing it. You feel it in your chest, where your breath seems to stop at the collarbone, never quite reaching the deep, dark soil of your belly. Think back to how this cloud began to form. Perhaps it started with a single word spoken by someone at noon, a word that landed in the garden of your mind like a poisonous seed. You did not mean to water it, but you could not help yourself. You looked at it from one angle, then another. You wondered what they meant, what they saw when they looked at you, and what they might say to others when you are not there. That one seed grew into a vine, and that vine began to wrap itself around your other thoughts, pulling them down, tangling them until the path ahead was completely blocked. This is the nature of the restless mind. It takes the simple and makes it complex. It takes the clear and makes it muddy. In the ancient traditions, we speak of the monkey mind. Imagine a forest filled with wild monkeys, swinging from branch to branch, screaming and chattering, never resting for a single second. This is your mind right now. One monkey is screaming about a mistake you made 3 years ago, a mistake that no one else remembers, yet you carry it like a jagged stone in your pocket. Another monkey is screeching about a deadline that has not yet arrived, painting vivid pictures of failure and judgment. Another is simply making noise for the sake of noise, repeating a fragment of a song or a meaningless worry, until your internal world is a cacophony of discord. You try to tell them to be quiet, but the more you shout at the monkeys, the louder they scream. You try to catch them, but they are too fast, slipping through your fingers and retreating into the high, dark canopy of your anxieties. Close your eyes for a moment, even as you listen to my voice. Can you feel the physical presence of your thoughts? It is as if they have a mass, a density. Each worry is a grain of sand. 1 grain is nothing, 2 grains are nothing, but 1,000 grains, 1,000,000 grains, they become a desert. They become a dune that shifts and slides, making it impossible to find your footing. You are standing in the middle of this desert, the wind blowing the sand into your eyes, the heat of your own stress radiating off the ground. You want to move. You want to find the oasis of peace, but you are so busy looking at the sand that you have forgotten how to look at the stars. The Zen masters of old often spoke of the mind as a pool of water. When the water is still, it acts as a perfect mirror. It reflects the moon, the trees, and the sky exactly as they are. But when the mind is caught in the storm of overthinking, it is as if someone is constantly throwing heavy rocks into that pool. The surface is broken. The ripples collide with one another, creating a chaotic surface where nothing can be seen clearly. The moon is shattered into 1,000 jagged pieces of light. The trees are distorted into monsters. You look into the water to see yourself, but you see only a fragmented, shivering ghost. You think that if you just reach into the water and try to smooth it out with your hands, it will become still. But the more you touch the water, the more you disturb it. The more you try to force the mind to be quiet, the more noise you create. Do you feel the pressure behind your eyes? That is the pressure of 1,000 unasked questions and 1,000 unanswered fears. It is the weight of the what if? What if I am not enough? What if the worst happens? What if I cannot sustain this? These questions are like ghosts that haunt the hallways of your consciousness. They have no substance, yet they have the power to make you shiver. They are built of nothing but shadow and air, yet they feel heavier than lead. You carry them through your day, through your meals, through your conversations, until you are so tired that even your bones feel weary. The air in the room has grown colder now. The shadows have deepened. You can hear the sounds of the world outside, the distant hum of traffic, the rustle of wind in the trees, the faint sound of a neighbor's door closing. These sounds exist in the world of the real, the world of the now. But you are not there. You are trapped in the world of the maybe. You are living in a future that has not happened and a past that cannot be changed. You are like a man trying to walk north while looking south, tripping over every root and stone because his eyes are fixed on the path he has already traveled. Let us look at this burden of the past. Why do we cling to it so tightly? We hold on to our regrets as if they are precious treasures, polishing them with our attention until they shine with a dark, cold light. We replay our failures like a film that never ends, hoping that if we watch it one more time, the ending will change. But the film is set. The ink is dry. In the Zen tradition, we say that when you cross a river, you leave the boat behind. You do not carry the boat on your back as you walk through the forest. Yet here you are, miles from the river, staggering under the weight of a heavy wooden boat, wondering why your shoulders ache and why the journey is so difficult. The boat is the memory of who you were, the mistakes you made, and the things you lost. It served a purpose once. It carried you across a moment in time, but now it is only a burden. And what of the future? That wall of fog that stands before you. You try to peer through it, trying to see the obstacles before you reach them. You think that if you worry enough, you can prepare yourself for the pain. You think that anxiety is a form of protection, a shield that will catch the arrows of fate. But anxiety is not a shield. It is a weight that makes you slow and vulnerable. It is a veil that prevents you from seeing the beauty of the present moment. You are so worried about the storm that might come tomorrow that you are missing the soft glow of the lamp beside you tonight. You are so afraid of the hunger of next year that you cannot taste the bread in your mouth today. Imagine your mind is a guest house. Every thought is a visitor. Some are pleasant, like the smell of jasmine on a summer night. Others are unpleasant, like a traveler who arrives covered in mud and shouting in a language you do not understand. Overthinking is when you allow the unpleasant guests to take over the house. You let them move the furniture. You let them shout in the hallways. and you spend all your energy trying to argue with them, trying to convince them to leave. But the more you argue, the more they stay. They feed on your attention. They grow fat on your energy. They take up all the rooms until there is no space left for you, the rightful owner of the house. You are standing on the porch, locked out of your own peace, watching the shadows dance in the windows. The clouds are so heavy now. They press down on your shoulders, making your posture slump. They press down on your lungs, making your breath shallow and ragged. This is the state of the modern soul, a soul that has forgotten how to simply be. We are human doings, not human beings. We are constantly calculating, measuring, comparing, and judging. We judge our thoughts as good or bad, right or wrong, and in doing so, we create a war within ourselves. A house divided against itself cannot stand, and a mind divided against itself cannot rest. Can you feel the tension in your hands? Your fingers are perhaps curled slightly, as if you are trying to hold on to something that is slipping away. What are you trying to catch? Is it control? We think that if we think enough, we will have control over our lives. We think that if we analyze every detail, we can prevent suffering. This is the great illusion. Control is a phantom. The world is a vast, interconnected web of causes and conditions that we can never fully grasp. Trying to control life through overthinking is like trying to capture the wind in a net. You swing the net with all your might, you exhaust yourself with the effort, but when you look inside, the net is empty. The wind continues to blow, indifferent to your struggle. The weight of the day's burdens is not just in your mind, it is in your cells. It is in the way your blood flows, the way your heart beats. When you are lost in the clouds of anxiety, your heart beats like a trapped bird, fast and frantic, sensing a danger that is not there. There is no tiger in the room. There is no fire on the walls. The danger is a ghost, a construction of thought, yet your body reacts as if it is facing death. This is the tragedy of the overthinking mind. It puts the body through 1,000 deaths before the final one ever arrives. It burns through the fuel of your vitality to fight battles that are not real. Think of a mountain. A mountain does not think about the weather. It does not worry if the clouds will bring rain or if the sun will scorch its slopes. It does not regret the winter or fear the spring. It simply sits. It is vast, solid, and silent. The clouds come and go. Sometimes the mountain is hidden in mist, so thick that it cannot see its own peaks. Sometimes it is lashed by storms, the wind howling through its crags. But the mountain does not move. It does not try to push the clouds away. It knows that the clouds are temporary, but the mountain is enduring. You are the mountain. Your thoughts, your anxieties, your overthinking, they are the clouds. They are passing through. They have no power to move you unless you identify with them. But right now, you have forgotten you are the mountain. You think you are the cloud. You think you are the storm. You feel yourself being blown about by every gust of worry, losing your center, losing your ground. The darkness has fully arrived now. The room is a sea of shadows. If you were to look in a mirror, you might see the lines of worry etched around your eyes, the tension in the set of your mouth. These are the physical marks of a mind that has been working too hard. We are taught from a young age that thinking is our greatest tool, that it is the source of our success and our survival. And it is true that the mind is a wonderful servant. It can solve problems, it can create art, it can plan for the future. But the mind is a terrible master. When the servant takes over the house, everything falls into ruin. When the tool begins to use the craftsman, the work is destroyed. You have become a slave to your own intellect, a prisoner in a cage made of logic and fear. Every thought you have is like a thread. When you overthink, you are weaving these threads into a shroud. You are wrapping yourself tighter and tighter until you can no longer move your limbs, until you can no longer feel the warmth of the sun or the coolness of the breeze. You are cocooned in your own anxieties, and the world outside becomes a distant, muffled dream. You are lonely in this cocoon, even if you are surrounded by people. No one can reach you through the layers of your own mental noise. No one can see you behind the mask of your constant analysis. Let us sit with this heaviness for a while. Do not try to push it away just yet. In Zen, we do not run from the darkness. We do not try to light a candle immediately. We sit in the dark until our eyes adjust. We feel the weight of the clouds. We acknowledge the suffocating nature of the mind. We say to ourselves, yes, this is anxiety. This is the burden I have been carrying. This is the noise I have been making. By acknowledging it, we begin to create a small space between ourselves and the thought. We are no longer the storm. We are the one watching the storm. We are no longer the heavy cloud. We are the sky that contains it. The sky is always there, you know. Even on the darkest, most overcast day, the sky is still there, vast and blue and silent, hidden behind the grey. The clouds do not hurt the sky. They do not stain it. They do not leave a mark once they have passed. Your true nature is like that sky. It is spacious. It is at peace. It is untouched by the frantic movements of your mind. But you have become so focused on the clouds that you have forgotten the sky exists. You have become so obsessed with the weather of your emotions that you have forgotten the vastness of your own being. The weight of the day is like a backpack filled with stones. Every time something happened today, you picked up a stone and put it in the pack. A difficult conversation, a stone. A worry about money, a stone. A feeling of inadequacy, a stone. A memory of a past shame, a stone. Now, at the end of the day, you are trying to rest, but you are still wearing the backpack. You are lying down with it and it is pressing into your spine, making it impossible to find a comfortable position. You think the problem is the bed, you think the problem is the room, but the problem is the pack. You have become so used to the weight that you don't even realize you are carrying it. You think the weight is part of you. You think that if you let go of the stones, you will float away and disappear. But you will not disappear. You will only become light. You will only become free. The stones are not you. The backpack is not you. The clouds are not you. The monkeys are not you. They are just things that are happening. They are just movements in the field of your awareness. As we move deeper into this night, as we prepare to transition from this state of heavy anxiety toward the first glimmer of tranquility, I want you to simply notice the rhythm of your own heart. It is beating, even now, without your help. It does not need you to think about it. It does not need you to worry about it. It knows what to do. Your lungs know how to breathe. Your blood knows how to flow. There is a great intelligence in your body that is completely separate from your overthinking mind. This intelligence is quiet. It is steady. It is the foundation of your life. Can you feel the air against your skin? It is a subtle sensation, easily missed when the mind is shouting. The air is cool, perhaps, or warm and stagnant. It is touching you, whether you think about it or not. It is a reminder that you are part of the physical world, a world that exists outside of your thoughts. The floor beneath you is solid. It is supporting your weight. It does not ask you to be perfect. It does not ask you to have all the answers. It simply holds you. We are often so caught up in our mental stories that we forget we have a body. We live from the neck up, as if we are just a brain floating in a jar of worries. But your body is here. It is your anchor. It is the earth to your sky. When the clouds of the mind become too heavy, we must return to the earth. We must return to the simple, undeniable facts of our physical existence. The feeling of the breath, the sensation of the pulse, the weight of the limbs. In this first phase of our journey, we are simply standing in the rain. We are feeling the cold drops on our faces. We are smelling the wet earth. We are admitting that we are lost in the woods of our own making. There is a certain peace in admitting you are lost. Once you admit it, you can stop running. You can stop exhausting yourself by trying to find a path that isn't there. You can just sit down under a tree and wait for the light to change. The clouds of overthinking are not your enemy. They are just a sign that you are human, that you care, that you are trying to navigate a world that is often confusing and harsh. But you do not have to be their victim. You do not have to let them suffocate the spark of your spirit. You are much larger than any thought you could ever have. You are the space in which the thoughts appear. You are the silence that exists between the words. As the minutes pass, allow yourself to feel the sheer exhaustion of your own mind. Let the tiredness wash over you. It is a heavy, dark tide. Do not fight it. Let it take the edge off your sharpest worries. Let the sharpness become dull. Let the loud voices become a distant murmur. You are like a soldier who has been on the front lines for too long, and finally, the order has come to retreat. You are laying down your weapon. You are unbuckling your armor. The air is cold on your skin where the metal used to be, but it is also fresh. It is also real. The heavy, suffocating clouds are still there, but perhaps they have shifted slightly. Perhaps there is a tiny crack in the grey, a place where a single star might peek through if you look long enough. This is the beginning. This is the first step out of the storm. We are not trying to reach the destination yet. We are just acknowledging the weight. We are just feeling the burden. We are just being here, in the middle of the mess, without trying to fix it. Every breath you take is a small victory over the clouds. Every time you bring your attention back to the sound of my voice or the feeling of your hands, you are reclaiming a piece of your territory from the monkeys. You are showing them that you are the master of the house, even if the house is currently a mess. You are showing them that you can be still even when they are screaming. The day's burdens are many. They are the unfinished tasks, the unspoken words, the hidden fears. They are the expectations of others, and the even harsher expectations of yourself. They are the ghost of the person you think you should be, standing over the person you actually are. This gap between the ideal and the real is where overthinking lives. It is a bridge that leads nowhere, yet we spend our whole lives trying to cross it. We think that if we just think a little harder, we can close the gap. We can finally become the perfect version of ourselves. But that version does not exist. It is a shadow on the wall. The only person who is real is the one sitting here right now, tired, anxious, and breathing. Let the shadows in the room embrace you. They are not your enemies. They are the soft velvet of the night, a blanket that the world draws over itself when it is time to rest. The world is resting now. The birds have gone to their nests. The flowers have closed their petals. The trees are standing in silent meditation. Only you are still awake, still working, still grinding the mill of your mind. But the mill is empty. There is no grain left to grind. You are just wearing down the stones. Stop, just for a second. Stop the calculation. Stop the judgment. Stop the story. Feel the weight of your head on your neck. Feel the weight of your arms at your sides. You are a physical being in a physical world. You are a part of the earth, and the earth knows how to handle burdens. It takes the fallen leaves and turns them into soil. It takes the heavy rain and turns it into life. It can take your heavy thoughts and turn them into something else, if you will only let them fall. The clouds are dark, yes. They are suffocating, yes. But they are made of water. They are made of mist. They have no bones. They have no teeth. They cannot truly hurt you unless you believe their lies. And their biggest lie is that you are small, and they are big. Their biggest lie is that you are the victim, and they are the master. Tonight, we will begin to dismantle that lie. We will begin to peel back the layers of the cloud, not by force, but by presence. We will be so present with our anxiety that it begins to feel uncomfortable under our gaze. We will look at it with the eyes of a monk, with a soft, steady compassion. We will say to our overthinking, "I see you, I hear you, I feel your weight." And in that seeing, the weight begins to change. It is no longer a solid wall, it is a curtain, and curtains can be drawn aside. The journey from anxiety to deep sleep is a long one, but it begins here, in the acknowledgement of the struggle. It begins with the simple act of noticing the tension and choosing, just for one breath, not to fight it. We are entering the quiet center of the being, but first, we must pass through the noisy outskirts. We must walk through the crowded marketplace of our own worries. We must hear the shouts of the vendors selling fear and regret. We walk through, but we do not buy anything. We do not stop to haggle. We just keep walking, one slow, heavy step at a time, toward the silence that is waiting for us. Rest now in this realization. The clouds are heavy, but you are the sky. The mind is loud, but you are the listener. The day was long, but it is over. The night is here, and it has no demands. It only asks you to be still. It only asks you to breathe. It only asks you to notice the weight, so that eventually you can let it go. The curtain has been drawn aside, and now we stand at the threshold of the inner chamber. It is a space you know well, though perhaps you have spent a lifetime trying to escape it. This is the room of the storm. Before we can find the stillness of the deep forest, we must first acknowledge the wind that is shaking the trees. We must look directly at the clouds that have gathered in the corners of the mind. Do not turn away. Do not reach for a distraction. Simply stand here with me, in the doorway of your own awareness, and observe. Notice the air in this room. It feels heavy, does it not? It is thick with the humidity of things left unsaid and tasks left unfinished. It is the atmosphere of the overactive mind. In the world of Zen, we often speak of the mind as a clear mirror, but right now, the mirror is covered in a fine layer of grey dust. Every thought you have had today, every worry about the coming week, every sharp word you might have exchanged with a friend or a stranger has left a mark. These marks have accumulated until the surface is dull. You look into the mirror and you do not see yourself. You see only the dust. You see only the storm. Let us begin with the body, for the body is the honest witness to the spirit's distress. As you lie there or sit there, feel the weight of your frame against the surface beneath you. Is it a soft weight, or is it rigid? Many of us carry our anxiety like a suit of iron armor that we forgot we were wearing. We have worn it for so long that we think the weight of the metal is our own weight. We think the restriction of the joints is our own natural movement. But look closer. Start at the very top of your head. Feel the skin of your scalp. Is it tight? Is there a subtle pulling behind the ears? Now move down to the forehead. This is where we write our history of worry. There are lines there, perhaps invisible to the eye, but felt deeply in the muscle, where we have knitted our brows in concentration or fear. Soften that space. Imagine a cool, damp cloth being laid across your brow, smoothing out the ridges of the day. Move your attention to your eyes. Even behind closed lids, the eyes are often searching. They are darting back and forth, looking for a solution to a problem that does not exist in this moment. They are scanning the darkness for a light that hasn't been lit yet. Tell your eyes they can stop looking. There is nothing to see in the past, and the future is a shadow that has not yet taken shape. Let the eyeballs sink back into their sockets. Let the tiny muscles around the lids surrender their grip. Now, bring your focus to your jaw. This is the great storehouse of human tension. We clench our teeth against the world. We hold back screams. We hold back sighs. We hold back the words we wish we had the courage to say. Feel the hinges of your jaw. Are they locked? Is there a space between your upper and lower teeth? If not, create one. Let the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Let the chin hang heavy. As the jaw relaxes, feel a wave of release travel down the sides of your neck. The neck and shoulders are the pillars that carry the world. We hoist our responsibilities onto these pillars, and we wonder why they ache. We carry the expectations of our parents, the demands of our bosses, the judgments of our peers, and the relentless pressure we put on ourselves. Feel your shoulders right now. Are they hiked up toward your ears as if you are bracing for a blow? Are they rounded forward as if you are trying to protect your heart from the wind? Let them drop. Imagine they are made of melting wax, dripping slowly down toward the earth. There is no burden you need to carry in this room. The world will continue to spin without your effort. The stars will hold their positions without your supervision. You are allowed to be heavy. You are allowed to drop the shield. Listen to the sound of your breath. Do not try to change it yet. Just listen. Is it shallow? Does it stop at the top of the chest, as if it is afraid to go deeper? This is the breath of the hunted animal. It is the breath of a soul that feels it is being pursued by time. When we overthink, our breath becomes a frantic rhythm, a series of short, sharp gasps that keep the body in a state of high alert. It is the drumbeat of the inner storm. Imagine you are standing on the edge of a great, dark lake at twilight. The surface of the water is being whipped by a cold wind. There are whitecaps on the waves. The water is murky, filled with silt and debris kicked up from the bottom. This lake is your mind in its state of anxiety. You want to see the bottom. You want to see the fish swimming in the depths. You want to see the reflection of the moon. But you cannot. The more you reach into the water to try and calm it with your hands, the more you disturb the silt. The more you splash, the more the waves grow. The secret of the Zen master is not to fight the waves. It is to sit on the shore and wait. As we sit on this shore together, let us identify the sources of the wind. Where does this storm come from? It comes from the marketplace of the mind that we spoke of earlier. Think of a single worry that has been circling your head like a vulture. Perhaps it is a thought about money. Perhaps it is a thought about a relationship that feels fractured. Perhaps it is simply a vague, nameless sense of dread, a feeling that you have forgotten something important or that something bad is about to happen. Look at this thought. Do not try to push it away. If you push a beach ball under the water, it only pops back up with more force. Instead, hold the thought in your hand like a smooth stone. Look at its shape. Look at its color. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Most of the things we worry about are not truths. They are stories. They are ghost stories we tell ourselves around the campfire of our insecurity. We tell ourselves stories about what people think of us. We tell ourselves stories about our own inadequacy. We tell ourselves stories about the catastrophes of tomorrow. But look at the stone in your hand. It is just a thought. It has no power to hurt you unless you squeeze it until it bruises your palm. Feel the tension in your chest now. This is where the storm feels most intense. There is a tightness, a constriction, as if a band of iron is being tightened around your ribs. This is the physical manifestation of the need to control. We want to control the outcome of our lives. We want to control how we are perceived. We want to control the uncontrollable. And when we realize we cannot, the chest tightens in a panic. Breathe into that tightness. Send the air down, past the throat, past the collarbones, down into the very center of that iron band. Imagine the breath is like a warm light, expanding from the inside out. With every inhale, the light grows a little brighter, pressing gently against the constriction. With every exhale, the iron begins to soften. It turns from metal into wood, then from wood into rope, and finally, from rope into smoke. The smoke rises and drifts away, carried by the very wind that once troubled you. Let us walk deeper into the marketplace of the mind. Hear the noise. It is a cacophony of voices. One voice is shouting about a mistake you made 5 years ago. It replays the scene over and over, changing the dialogue, wondering what would have happened if you had said something different. Another voice is whispering about the future, painting vivid pictures of failure and loneliness. Another voice is just a constant, low-level hum of comparison, telling you that you are falling behind, that everyone else has found the secret to peace, and you are the only one still wandering in the rain. These voices are the vendors. They are very persuasive. They have been selling their wares for a long time, and they know exactly which buttons to push to make you buy. They offer you the poison of regret and tell you it is medicine. They offer you the heavy cloak of anxiety and tell you it is protection. But you are just a traveler passing through. You do not have to stop at their stalls. You can hear the shouting, you can acknowledge the noise, but you do not have to reach into your pocket and pay with your peace of mind. You can simply say to yourself, there is the voice of regret, there is the voice of fear, there is the voice of the storm. By naming them, you take away their power. A ghost is only frightening as long as it is hidden in the shadows. When you shine the light of mindfulness directly on it, you see that it is just a bit of old cloth and some clever lighting. Think about the texture of your anxiety. If it had a temperature, would it be ice cold or a feverish heat? If it had a color, would it be a jagged red or a murky, suffocating brown? By observing these qualities, you are moving from the position of the victim to the position of the observer. The victim is drowning in the storm. The observer is watching the rain from a dry porch. As you watch, notice how the tension in your stomach feels. This is the solar plexus, the seat of our personal power. When we are anxious, this area knots up. It feels like a hard ball of yarn, tangled and tight. We lose our appetite for life. We feel a hollow ache or a sharp fluttering, often called butterflies. But these are not beautiful butterflies. They are the wings of 1,000 frantic moths beating against the walls of your gut. Place your hand on your belly if you can. Feel the rise and fall. With your hand there, try to direct your breath into the palm of your hand. Feel the belly expand like a balloon. This is the natural way to breathe. This is how a child breathes. A child does not overthink. A child does not worry about the mortgage or the status of their soul. A child simply breathes and exists. For these few moments, be that child. Let the belly be soft. Let the internal organs settle into their proper places. Imagine the knot of yarn in your stomach beginning to unravel. One thread at a time, the tension is pulled loose. The threads are long and silver, and they float away on the tide of your breath. The storm is still there, outside the window of your awareness, but the house of your body is becoming more secure. The shutters are being closed. The fire is being lit in the hearth. Consider the nature of time. Overthinking is almost always a struggle with time. We are either mourning the past or fearing the future. We are rarely, if ever, in the present. But the present is the only place where peace can be found. The past is a memory, a series of electrical impulses in the brain. It has no physical reality anymore. The future is a projection, a dream that has not yet been dreamt. It also has no physical reality. The only thing that is real is this breath. The only thing that is real is the feeling of your back against the bed. The only thing that is real is the sound of my voice. When you find your mind wandering back into the marketplace, back into the storm, do not be angry with yourself. The mind is a monkey. It loves to climb and swing from branch to branch. It is its nature to be restless. When you notice the monkey has wandered off, gently, very gently, lead it back by the hand. Say to it, not now. Right now we are just sitting. Right now we are just breathing. Think about the silence that exists between your thoughts. Even in the loudest storm, there are moments of stillness between the claps of thunder. Even in the busiest mind, there is a tiny gap between one thought and the next. That gap is the entrance to the true self. It is the doorway to the Zen heart. As we linger in this first phase of our journey, let us explore the physical sensation of the air on your skin. Is there a breeze from a fan or a window? Can you feel the weight of the fabric of your clothes? Notice how the air feels cooler as it enters your nostrils and warmer as it leaves. This is a miracle that happens thousands of times a day, and yet we rarely stop to witness it. We are so busy thinking about the meaning of life that we forget to live the life that is happening in our own lungs. Every breath is a new beginning. Every exhale is a small death, a letting go of what was. Inhale the newness of this moment. Exhale the stale air of the day's worries. Imagine you are a mountain. The storm is swirling around your peak. The clouds are thick and dark, obscuring the view. The wind is howling through your crags. The rain is lashing against your stone faces. But you, the mountain, are unmoved. You do not try to stop the rain. You do not argue with the wind. You do not ask the clouds when they will leave. You simply stand. You are ancient. You are solid. And you are deep. Your roots go down into the very heart of the earth, far below the reach of any weather. The weather of the mind is temporary. It changes from hour to hour, from minute to minute. But you are the mountain. You are the foundation upon which the weather happens. Feel the solidity of your bones. Your bones are like the rocks of the mountain. They are strong and quiet. Let the muscles hang off the bones like moss and trees. Let the blood flow through your veins like hidden mountain streams. There is a deep, subterranean peace within you that the storm cannot touch. We are just learning how to descend into that peace. The tension you feel in your spirit, that sense of being unsettled, is simply the result of forgetting that you are the mountain. You have been identifying with the clouds. You have been saying, "I am the storm. I am the anxiety. I am the worry." But you are not. You are the one who observes the storm. You are the sky that holds the clouds. The sky is never damaged by the lightning. The sky is never drowned by the rain. The sky simply allows it all to happen, knowing that eventually the blue will return. As we move toward the end of this chapter, let the realization sink in that the storm is not your enemy. It is just energy. It is energy that has become trapped and circular. By staying present, by identifying the tension in the jaw, the shoulders, the chest, and the belly, you are giving that energy a path to ground itself. You are becoming a lightning rod, safely conducting the electricity of your overthinking down into the earth. The marketplace is getting quieter now. The vendors are packing up their stalls, the shouts are becoming whispers. The rain is still falling, but it has turned into a gentle mist. The air is starting to clear. You may still feel a lingering tightness, a small ember of anxiety burning in your chest. That is okay. Do not try to blow it out, just sit with it. Let it be there. It is just a sensation. It is just a vibration in the nervous system. It cannot hurt you. It is just a guest in your house, and like all guests, it will eventually leave. Stay with this feeling of being the observer. Stay with the mountain. Stay with the breath. We are not trying to reach a state of perfect bliss yet. We are simply identifying where we are. We are mapping the territory of our own unrest. This is the first step toward freedom. You cannot escape a prison if you do not first admit you are in a cell. And the cell of overthinking is built of the bars of our own tension. But the door is not locked. It never was. You only had to stop shaking the bars long enough to notice that the door swings open with the slightest touch of a mindful breath. Rest in this awareness. The night is deep, and the journey has only just begun. You have done the hardest part. You have stopped running. You have turned around and faced the storm. And in facing it, you have found that the storm is not as big as you thought it was. It is only as big as your fear of it. Breathe. Just breathe. The weight is lifting, slowly, like morning mist rising off a valley floor. The silence is waiting. The stillness is calling your name. One breath at a time, we are walking toward the center. One breath at a time, we are coming home. The door has opened. You are no longer standing on the outside looking in. You are no longer rattling the bars of a cage that was never truly locked. You have stepped across the threshold, and the air here is different. It is cooler, thinner, and yet more nourishing than any air you have breathed in a long time. This is the sanctuary. This is the quiet hall of your own inner being. Take a moment to simply stand here, in the doorway of your own mind. Do not rush forward. There is nowhere to go and nothing to achieve. You are already here. Feel the floor beneath your feet. It is made of smooth, dark wood, polished by the footsteps of 1,000 quiet moments. It is solid. It is dependable. It is real. Notice the temperature of the air as it touches your skin. It is like a soft silk veil, neither too warm nor too cold. It carries the faint, ancient scent of cedarwood and dried herbs. It smells of old books and mountain rain. With every breath you take, this scent fills your lungs, cleaning out the dusty corners of your thoughts. Look around this space. There is a soft, golden light filtering through paper screens. This is the first light of awareness. It is not the harsh, blinding sun of midday logic. It is not the flickering, frantic light of a screen. It is a gentle, diffused glow that reveals things as they are, without judgment, without pressure. In this light, the shadows are not scary, they are just part of the room. Your thoughts are like those shadows. They are not enemies to be fought. They are just shapes created by the light. When you move, the shadows move. When you stay still, the shadows stay still. Find a place to sit. There is a cushion waiting for you in the center of the room. It is a simple, round cushion filled with soft husks. As you sit down, feel the weight of your body being fully supported by the earth. You do not have to hold yourself up anymore. You do not have to carry the world on your shoulders. The floor is strong enough to hold you. The earth is wide enough to carry you. Let your hands rest gently on your knees or in your lap. Feel the texture of your clothes against your palms. Notice the subtle warmth of your own skin. This is your physical anchor. This is the truth of this moment. Your body is here. Your body is now. Now, let us look at the breath. Do not try to change it. Do not try to make it deeper or slower. Just watch it, as if you were watching a small bird landing on a branch. The bird comes, it stays for a moment, and then it flies away. Your breath is the same. It comes in, it stays for a heartbeat, and then it flows out again. Where do you feel the breath most clearly? Perhaps it is the cool sensation at the tip of your nose. Perhaps it is the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Perhaps it is the expansion of your belly. Wherever it is, let your attention rest there. This is your home base. Whenever the mind tries to pull you back into the storm of overthinking, you can always return to this one simple sensation. The mind is like a vast, clear pool of water. When we overthink, it is as if we are constantly throwing stones into that pool. We throw stones of worry, stones of regret, stones of what if and why. The surface of the water becomes choppy and distorted. We cannot see the bottom. We cannot even see our own reflection. We only see the ripples. But here, in the sanctuary, we stop throwing stones. We just sit by the edge of the pool. At first, the water is still moving from the stones we threw earlier. The ripples are still there. The mud is still stirred up. This is why, when you first try to be quiet, your mind feels even more crowded. It is because you are finally noticing the mess. Do not try to smooth the water with your hands. That will only create more ripples. Do not try to filter the mud out. That will only stir it up more. Just sit. Just wait. This is the secret of Zen. By doing nothing, everything is done. By being still, the mud naturally sinks to the bottom. By being quiet, the water naturally becomes clear. Slowly, the surface of your inner pool begins to calm. The ripples get smaller and smaller. They spread out until they touch the edges and vanish. The water becomes like a mirror, and in that mirror, for the first time, you see the sky. You see the light. You see yourself, not as a collection of problems to be solved, but as a vast, open space where life happens. Listen to the silence of this room. It is not an empty silence. It is a full silence. It is a silence that is pregnant with peace. In the distance, you can hear the sound of a single drop of water falling into a stone basin. Drip. The sound echoes through the hall and then fades away into the stillness. Drip. Notice how the silence is not broken by the sound, but rather highlighted by it. Your thoughts can be like that drop of water. A thought arises, what if I fail? Drip. It rings out in the silence of your awareness. You hear it, you acknowledge it, and then you let it fade. You do not grab the drop of water and try to hold it. You do not try to stop the next drop from falling. You just listen. Another thought arises. I have so much to do tomorrow. Drip. You hear the sound, you see the thought. You do not follow it out of the room. You do not start making lists. You stay on your cushion. You stay in the sanctuary. The thought ripples and then disappears. The silence remains. This is the first light of awareness. It is the realization that you are the silence, not the sound. You are the pool, not the ripples. You are the sky, not the clouds. Let us go deeper into the garden of this sanctuary. Imagine you are walking out of the hall and into a courtyard. The ground is covered in fine, white gravel, raked into perfect circular patterns. These patterns represent the flow of the universe. They have no beginning and no end. There are large, moss-covered stones placed carefully around. The garden. These stones are solid. They have been here for hundreds of years. They have seen the sun rise and set 10,000 times. They have felt the snow of winter and the heat of summer. And through it all, they have simply been stones. They do not worry about whether they are doing a good job of being stones. They do not compare themselves to the smaller pebbles or the taller trees. They are just there. Can you be like a stone for a moment? Can you just be here without a purpose? We spend our whole lives trying to be someone, trying to get somewhere, trying to achieve something. But here, in the garden of awareness, you are allowed to be nobody. You are allowed to go nowhere. You are allowed to achieve nothing. Feel the stillness of the stone in your own spine. Feel the mossy softness of the stone in your own heart. There is a great strength in this kind of stillness. It is the strength of a mountain. A mountain does not move because the wind blows. A mountain does not disappear because the clouds cover its peak. Your awareness is the mountain. Your thoughts are the wind and the clouds. The wind may howl. It may bring rain and thunder. It may seem like the world is ending, but the mountain just sits. It knows that the wind will eventually tire itself out. It knows that the clouds will eventually break and reveal the blue sky. When you overthink, you are identifying with the wind. You are letting yourself be blown about by every passing worry. You are trying to catch the clouds and hold them in place. But now, you are learning to be the mountain. You are learning to sit still and let the weather happen. Notice the texture of the air again. It feels thicker now, more substantial. It is as if the peace of this garden has a physical weight. It is a comfortable weight, like a heavy blanket on a cold night. It settles over your shoulders. It relaxes the muscles in your neck. It softens the space between your eyebrows. The tension you were carrying, the tension of trying to figure everything out, is melting away. It is like ice melting into a stream. The hard, sharp edges of your worries are becoming liquid. They are flowing away from you, down into the earth, where they can be recycled into something new. Breathe in the scent of the moss. It is a green, earthy smell. It reminds you that you are a part of nature. You are not a machine that needs to be programmed and optimized. You are a living thing, like a tree or a flower. A flower does not overthink its blooming. It does not worry if its petals are the right shade of pink or if it is growing fast enough. It just follows the light. It just unfolds when the time is right. You are unfolding right now. This silence is the soil. This awareness is the sun. And you are the lotus, slowly rising through the dark water toward the surface. Think about the nature of a thought. What is it really? A thought is just a pulse of energy. It is a temporary arrangement of words and images. It has no power over you unless you give it power. It is like a ghost. It looks real, it sounds real, but when you reach out to touch it, your hand passes right through. In the light of the sanctuary, we see the ghostly nature of our worries. We see that the things we were so afraid of are just shadows on the wall. They are not solid. They are not permanent. They are just passing through. Imagine a great, ancient tree at the edge of the garden. Its roots go deep into the dark, cool earth. Its branches reach high into the twilight sky. This tree has seen many seasons. It has lost its leaves in the autumn and grown them back in the spring. It does not mourn the fallen leaves. It knows that they are not lost. They are returning to the soil to feed the roots. Your thoughts are like those leaves. Some are bright and beautiful, some are brown and withered. Let them fall. Do not try to glue them back onto the branches. Do not try to save them in a box. Let them fall to the ground. Let them rot. Let them become the soil for your next insight. The more you let go, the lighter you feel. It is a strange paradox. We think that by holding on to our thoughts, we are keeping ourselves safe. We think that by overthinking, we are protecting ourselves from the future. But holding on is exhausting. It is like trying to carry 100 heavy stones in your arms while trying to swim across a river. When you drop the stones, you do not sink, you float. You are naturally buoyant. Peace is your natural state. Joy is your natural state. Clarity is your natural state. Overthinking is just an artificial layer we have added on top. As you sit here in the garden, notice the space between your thoughts. At first, that space might be very small. It might be just a tiny gap, like a crack in a door. But as you stay in the sanctuary, the gap begins to grow. There is a thought, and then there is a space. There is another thought, and then there is a longer space. Pay attention to that space. What is in it? It is not empty. It is filled with a quiet, vibrant presence. It is the sound of the universe breathing. It is the feeling of being alive without having to do anything to prove it. This space is where your freedom lives. In the space between thoughts, you are not your name. You are not your job. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You are simply the one who is aware. You are the witness. You are the vast, open sky. The sun is beginning to set further now, and the light in the sanctuary is turning to a deep, royal purple. The shadows are stretching out, becoming long and soft. The birds in the garden are settling into their nests. The world is preparing for rest. You, sitting here in this deepening twilight, are becoming a part of the stillness itself. The royal purple light of the setting sun has begun to pool in the corners of the sanctuary, like a soft, liquid shadow that carries the weight of the day away with it. Feel the temperature of the air as it brushes against your skin. It is no longer the warmth of the afternoon sun, but a cooler, more delicate touch. It is the breath of the evening arriving to whisper that the time for doing has passed. The time for being has arrived. Take a slow, deep breath in. Feel the air enter your nostrils, cool and crisp. Follow it as it travels down your throat, filling your lungs, expanding your chest, and then notice the tiny, precious moment of stillness at the top of the breath before you let it go. As you exhale, imagine the breath is a ribbon of silk, slowly unspooling, carrying away the last remnants of the day's tension. The sanctuary is quiet now. The birds have found their resting places in the high branches of the ancient cedar trees outside. The only sound is the faint, rhythmic chime of a distant temple bell, vibrating through the air so softly that you feel it in your bones more than you hear it with your ears. In this state of deepening tranquility, I want to take you on a journey. Imagine you are walking out of the sanctuary and into a garden that exists only in the landscape of your mind. The ground beneath your feet is covered in smooth, grey river stones. With every step you take, the stones shift slightly, making a dry, crunching sound that grounds you in the present moment. You can feel the texture of the stones through the soles of your feet, some smooth and cold, others slightly rough and holding the faint residual warmth of the sun. You are walking toward a small wooden bridge that arches over a stream. The water in the stream is crystal clear, flowing over moss-covered rocks. As you stand on the bridge, you look down at the water. It is moving, always moving, yet the stream itself remains. This is like your mind. The thoughts are the water, flowing, swirling, sometimes crashing against the rocks, sometimes settling into deep, quiet pools. But you, the observer, are the bridge. You are the one who watches the water go by without getting wet. You are the one who remains steady while the current of thought rushes underneath. Beyond the bridge, there is a small hut with a thatched roof. A faint trail of blue smoke rises from the chimney, curling lazily into the purple sky. This is the home of an ancient master, a teacher who has spent a lifetime studying the nature of the mind. You walk toward the hut, feeling a sense of profound anticipation. The air here smells of damp earth, pine needles, and the faint, sweet scent of burning cedarwood. You reach the door and find it slightly ajar, as if you were expected. Inside, the room is simple. There are woven straw mats on the floor and a single, low table. On the table sits a cast-iron teapot and 2 ceramic cups. The master is sitting on a cushion, his eyes closed, his breathing so slow and shallow that he seems to be a part of the room itself. He gestures for you to sit across from him. You sit down, and as you do, you feel the weight of your body pressing into the mat. You feel the alignment of your spine, the relaxation of your shoulders, and the softness of your hands resting on your knees. The master opens his eyes. They are clear and bright, like the surface of a mountain lake. He pours a cup of tea for you. You watch the golden liquid flow from the spout, the steam rising in delicate, dancing patterns. You take the cup in both hands. It is warm, comforting. You feel the heat radiating through your palms and into your fingers. You take a sip, and the taste is slightly bitter, slightly sweet, grounding you further into this moment of tranquility. The master speaks, and his voice is like the wind through the bamboo. He tells you a story that has been whispered in monasteries for 1,000 years. It is the story of a young monk who, much like you, was troubled by the relentless noise of his own mind. This monk could not find peace. Even in the deepest silence of the forest, his thoughts would scream at him. They would tell him he was not doing enough, that he was failing, that he was lost. He would try to push the thoughts away, but they only came back stronger, like a swarm of bees disturbed in their hive. One day, the young monk went to his teacher and said, "Master, my mind is like a wild horse that will not be tamed. It runs in every direction. It drags me through the mud of the past and the thorns of the future. I am exhausted. Please, tell me how to stop the thinking. How do I find the silence?" The teacher looked at the young monk with great compassion. He did not give him a long lecture. He did not give him a list of techniques. Instead, he gave him a koan, a riddle that the logical mind cannot solve. He said to the monk, "Go to the back of the temple where the old well is. Sit by the well and watch the reflection of the moon in the water. When the water is still, the moon is perfect. When you throw a stone into the well, the moon breaks into 1,000 pieces. Your thoughts are the stones. Now go and show me the moon without the water." The young monk went to the well. He sat there for hours, watching the moon. He tried to think about what the master meant. How can there be a moon without the water? Is the moon in the sky the real moon? But the master asked me to show him the moon, right here, at the well. He tried to use his intellect to solve the puzzle. He analyzed every word. He looked for metaphors. He looked for hidden meanings. But the more he thought, the more stones he was throwing into the well of his own mind. The reflection of the moon was shattered, moving, distorted. Days turned into weeks. The monk became more and more frustrated. He felt like he was hitting a wall. Every time he thought he had the answer, it slipped away like smoke. He began to realize that his very effort to solve the problem was the problem itself. His desire for peace was the very thing creating the unrest. His search for the moon was what kept him from seeing it. One evening, as the monk sat by the well, he was so tired that he simply gave up. He stopped trying to solve the riddle. He stopped trying to be a good monk. He stopped trying to find the silence. He just sat. He let his shoulders drop. He let his breath happen on its own. He stopped looking for the moon. In a moment of total surrender, a leaf fell from a tree above. It drifted slowly through the air, caught in a gentle breeze, and landed silently on the surface of the water in the well. The monk watched the tiny ripples spread out from the leaf. He watched them move toward the edges of the stone well and then disappear. As the water became still again, the reflection of the moon returned. It was bright, silver, and perfectly still. At that moment, the monk understood. The moon in the water was not the moon. The water was not the moon. The thoughts were not the mind. He realized that the master wasn't asking him to find a different moon. He was asking him to see that the moon is always there, whether the water is still or moving. The moon in the sky does not care if the water in the well is turbulent. The moon remains. The monk returned to the master. He didn't say a word. He simply stood before the teacher and smiled. The teacher smiled back and said, "You have found the moon without the water. You have found the mind that does not depend on thoughts. As you sit here with the master in your own mind's garden, let this story sink into your heart. Overthinking is like throwing stones into a well and then complaining that you cannot see the moon. You do not need to stop the thoughts to find peace. You only need to stop throwing the stones. You only need to stop identifying with the ripples. Think about the nature of a thought. Where does it come from? It appears out of nowhere, like a bubble rising from the bottom of a lake. It floats on the surface for a moment, and then it pops and disappears. If you do not grab onto the bubble, if you do not try to keep it from popping, it simply goes away. The problem is not the bubble. The problem is that we think we are the bubble. We think that if the bubble pops, we will cease to exist, but you are not the bubble. You are the lake. You are the vast, deep, silent water that holds the bubbles, but is not changed by them. Feel the depth of your own being right now. Beneath the surface of your thoughts, there is a profound stillness. It is always there, even when your mind is at its noisiest. It is like the deep ocean. On the surface, there may be a storm. There may be waves 30 feet high, crashing and white with foam. But if you go down just a few hundred feet, the water is perfectly still. The light is dim and blue. The pressure is steady. The storm on the surface does not exist in the depths. You are that ocean. Your overthinking is just the weather on the surface. It is just wind and waves. It can be loud, yes. It can be frightening, yes. but it cannot touch the depths of who you are. You can choose, in any moment, to sink beneath the surface. You can choose to leave the wind and the waves behind and rest in the cool, blue silence of your own deep self. Take a breath and feel yourself sinking. With every exhale, you are moving deeper into the water. The sounds of the world are becoming muffled. The light is becoming softer. The pressure of the day is being replaced by the gentle, supportive embrace of the stillness. You are safe here. You are at peace here. There is nothing to solve. There is nothing to figure out. There is only this. The master in the hut reaches out and refills your teacup. The movement is so fluid, so graceful. He is not thinking about pouring the tea. He is just pouring the tea. This is the secret of mindfulness. It is not about thinking about what you are doing. It is about being what you are doing. When you walk, just walk. When you eat, just eat. When you breathe, just breathe. Overthinking happens when we are in one place, but our mind is in another. We are washing the dishes, but our mind is at work. We are lying in bed, but our mind is in the past. Mindfulness is the act of bringing the mind back to the body. It is the act of coming home. Imagine your thoughts are like clouds passing across a vast blue sky. Some clouds are white and fluffy. Some are dark and heavy with rain. Some move quickly, driven by high winds. Some linger for a long time, blocking the sun. But the sky does not try to push the clouds away. The sky does not prefer the white clouds over the dark ones. The sky simply provides the space for the clouds to exist. The sky is not harmed by the lightning. The sky is not dampened by the rain. The sky remains blue, vast and eternal, regardless of what the clouds are doing. You are the sky. Your thoughts are just the clouds. Let them come. Let them stay for a while. Let them go. You do not need to do anything with them. You do not need to judge them. You do not need to believe them. Just watch them pass. Notice how they change shape. Notice how they dissolve into nothingness. The light in the master's hut is fading now. The fire in the hearth has burned down to a soft orange glow. The shadows on the walls are dancing slowly. You feel a sense of profound relaxation spreading through your entire body. It starts at the top of your head and moves down like a warm wave of honey. It flows over your forehead, smoothing out the lines of worry. It flows over your eyes, allowing them to rest deeply in their sockets. It flows over your jaw, which unclenches and becomes soft. The wave moves down your neck and into your shoulders. Feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Feel the tension that you have been carrying there simply melt away. It flows down your arms, through your elbows, into your wrists, and out through your fingertips. Your hands feel heavy and warm. The wave moves down your chest and your back. Feel your ribs expand and contract with the effortless rhythm of your breath. Feel your heart beating, steady and strong, a drum that has been playing since before you were born and will continue to play without you ever having to think about it. The wave moves into your abdomen, softening the muscles there, allowing your breath to move deep into your belly. It moves into your hips, your thighs, your knees. Feel the large muscles of your legs completely letting go. They have carried you all day. They have done their work. Now they can rest. The wave moves down to your calves, your ankles, and finally into your feet. Your entire body is now bathed in this warm, golden light of relaxation. You feel heavy, yet light. You feel grounded, yet as if you could float away. The master looks at you and nods. He sees that you have understood. He sees that you have found the space between the thoughts. He reaches out and touches a small brass bowl with a wooden mallet. The sound is high and clear. It rings out into the silence of the room, vibrating through the air. You listen to the sound as it slowly, slowly fades away. You follow the sound as it becomes quieter and quieter, until it is so faint you can barely hear it. And then, there is the silence that remains after the sound has gone. That silence is your true home. That silence is the source of all your peace. It is not the absence of sound. It is a presence in itself. It is a vibrant, living stillness that is always there, waiting for you to return to it. As you prepare to leave the master's hut and return to the sanctuary of your own room, carry this silence with you. Know that you can return to this garden, to this hut, to this master, whenever you feel the noise of the world becoming too loud. All you have to do is take a breath. All you have to do is stop throwing stones into the well. You stand up from the mat. Your body feels fluid and easy. You bow to the master, and he bows back to you. You walk out of the hut and back into the garden. The sun has completely set now. The sky is a deep, velvet black, filled with 1,000,000 stars. Each star is a point of light in the vast darkness, just as each moment of awareness is a point of light in the vastness of your mind. You walk across the bridge, listening to the gentle murmur of the stream. You walk across the river stones, feeling their cool, solid presence. You return to the sanctuary, where the purple light has turned to soft shadow. You lie down or sit back, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. The world is quiet. Your mind is quiet. The space between your thoughts has grown so large that it has become the entire world. In this space, there is no overthinking. There is no worry. There is no fear. There is only the breath. There is only the heartbeat. There is only the peace that passes all understanding. The air in the room is still. The scent of the incense has faded to a memory. You are drifting now, moving closer to the edge of a deep and restful sleep. But before you go, stay here in this tranquility for a little longer. Let the silence nourish you. Let the stillness heal you. You have discovered the secret of the koan. You have found the moon without the water. You have found the self that exists beyond the mind. Every thought you have had today was just a ripple. Every worry was just a cloud. They are gone now. They have no power over you. You are free. You are the sky. You are the ocean. You are the silence. As you continue to breathe, feel the boundaries of your body beginning to soften. Feel yourself merging with the air around you, with the shadows in the room, with the night sky outside. You are not a separate thing, struggling against the world. You are a part of the world, flowing with it, breathing with it. The rhythm of your breath is the rhythm of the tides. The warmth of your blood is the warmth of the earth's core. The light in your mind is the light of the stars. You are at home. You are at peace. The thoughts may come back tomorrow. They may try to pull you into their dance. But now you know the truth. You know that you are the one who watches the dance. You know that you can choose not to join in. You know that the silence is always there, just one breath away. Rest now. Let the tranquility soak into your very cells. Let it wash away the last traces of the day. You are entering a phase of even deeper relaxation. The journey is continuing, but you don't have to do anything. You just have to let it happen. You just have to be. The royal purple has turned to black. The stars are watching over you. The master is still sitting in his hut, and you are still sitting in your sanctuary. We are all connected in this great silent web of being. There is nothing to fear. There is only this moment, and this moment is perfect. As the silence deepens, you may feel a sense of weightlessness. You may feel as if you are floating on a calm sea, under a vast and starry sky. The water is warm. The air is still. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to do. You are exactly where you need to be. Your mind is a clear mirror. It reflects the universe without holding on to it. It sees the beauty of the stars, the depth of the night, the peace of the silence. It does not try to name them. It does not try to explain them. It simply reflects them. Breathe in the peace. Breathe out the noise. Breathe in the stillness. Breathe out the struggle. You are becoming the peace. you are becoming the stillness. You are the lotus, whispering in the dark, opening its petals to the moonlight, rooted in the mud, but reaching for the stars. The journey from anxiety to tranquility is complete. You have crossed the bridge. You have sat with the master. You have seen the moon. Now, you are ready to sink even deeper. You are ready for the relaxation that leads to the deepest sleep. The world is resting. The trees are resting. The stones are resting. And now, you are resting. The silence is your blanket. The darkness is your cradle. You are safe. You are loved. You are at peace. As you drift further into this state, let the words fade away. Let the images dissolve. Let there be only the feeling of your own presence, vast and quiet. You are the witness. You are the space. You are the silence. The koan is solved. The mind is at rest. The night is long and beautiful. Sleep is coming, like a gentle tide, to carry you away into the dreams of the universe. But for now, just stay here. Just be here. In the space between the thoughts, in the heart of the silence, in the peace of the Lotus Whisper. Welcome back to the sanctuary of the heart. You have traveled through the shadows and stepped out of the thick mud of the world. You have felt the weight of the earth and the pull of the stars. Now, the air around you has changed. It is thinner here. It is cooler. It is filled with the scent of ancient cedar and the faint, lingering sweetness of a single stick of sandalwood burning in a corner you cannot see. You are standing at the threshold of the great hall of silence. This is the place where the mirror of the soul is kept. This is the place where we learn that we are not the stories we tell ourselves. We are not the voices that whisper of tomorrow's chores or yesterday's regrets. We are the clarity that lies beneath it all. Take a moment to simply feel the ground beneath your feet. It is not the soft earth of the forest now, but smooth, polished wood. It feels cool and solid. Every plank of this floor has been worn smooth by the footsteps of 1,000 monks who walked this path before you, seeking the same stillness you seek today. Feel the texture of that wood against your skin. It is a grounding sensation, a reminder that even in the highest states of meditation, we are still held by the world. We are still present. We are still here. As you stand in this quiet hall, notice the light. It is the light of the blue hour, that magical time when the sun has vanished, but the stars have not yet fully claimed the sky. The room is bathed in a soft, indigo glow. There are no harsh edges here. The corners of the room dissolve into shadow. The ceiling is high and lost in the darkness above. You are in a space that is both vast and intimate. It is a container for your spirit. In the center of this room, resting on a simple wooden stand, is a large circular mirror. In the dim light, it does not look like glass. It is made of ancient, polished bronze. It has a warm, golden hue, but right now, it is difficult to see anything in it. The surface is covered in a fine layer of dust. This dust is not dirt. It is the accumulation of every thought you have had today. It is the residue of every worry, every plan, every judgment, and every fleeting desire. It is the film that overthinking leaves upon the clarity of your true nature. Look at this dust. Do not judge it. Do not be frustrated by it. Dust is a natural part of the world. It settles where there is stillness. But when the dust becomes too thick, we forget what lies beneath. We begin to think that the dust is the mirror. We begin to think that our cluttered thoughts are who we are. But you are about to discover the truth. You are the one who watches the dust. You are the one who has the power to clear it away. In your hand, you find a cloth. It is made of the softest silk, as light as a cloud and as cool as the morning mist. This cloth is your mindfulness. It is your intentional breath. It is the gentle focus that allows you to return to the present moment over and over again. Feel the weight of this silk in your palm. It is almost weightless, yet it holds the power of transformation. Take a deep, slow breath. Feel the air enter your nostrils, cool and crisp. Feel it fill your lungs, expanding your chest, pushing against your ribs. Hold it for just a second, savoring the fullness, the life, the energy of that breath. And then, let it go. As the air leaves your body, feel your shoulders drop. Feel the tension in your neck dissolve. Feel the muscles in your face soften. The skin of your forehead becomes smooth. Your jaw relaxes. You are becoming as soft as the silk in your hand. Now, step closer to the mirror. With a movement so slow it is almost like a dance, bring the cloth to the surface of the bronze. You are not going to scrub. You are not going to fight. You are simply going to wipe. Start at the very top. As you move the cloth in a slow, circular motion, watch as a small sliver of the bronze is revealed. The dust parts easily. It does not resist. Beneath the grey film, a deep, golden light begins to shine. This is the first moment of tranquility. It is the realization that the clarity was always there. It was never lost. It was only hidden. Continue the motion, round and round. With every circle of your hand, you are letting go of a thought. That thought about what you must do tomorrow, let it be wiped away. That memory of a conversation that left you feeling uneasy, let it be smoothed over. That persistent voice that tells you that you are not doing enough, that you are not being enough. Watch as the silk carries it away into the indigo air. The room is very quiet. The only sound is the faint, rhythmic whisper of the silk against the bronze. It sounds like the breath of the ocean against a distant shore. It sounds like the wind moving through a field of tall grass. It is a soothing, repetitive sound that anchors you to this moment. There is nowhere else to be. There is nothing else to do. There is only the mirror, the cloth, and the movement. As more of the mirror is revealed, you notice the beauty of the silence between your thoughts. At first, the thoughts were like a crowded market, loud and bustling. But now, as the surface becomes cleaner, the spaces between the thoughts are growing wider. It is like looking at the sky between the clouds. The clouds are the thoughts, moving, changing, temporary. The sky is the silence. The sky is the mirror. The sky is you. Think about the nature of a mirror. A mirror does not choose what it reflects. It does. Not hold on to the image of a mountain once the mountain is gone. It does not cling to the image of a flower once the flower has withered. It simply reflects what is present, and then it is empty again. This is the secret of the soul. We were meant to be like the mirror. We were meant to experience the world, to reflect its beauty and its pain, and then to let it go, so that we can be ready for the next moment. Overthinking is the act of trying to freeze the reflection. It is trying to hold on to the image long after the object has moved on. But when you clean the mirror, you return to your natural state of flow. The cloth moves lower now. You are halfway down the surface. The golden light of the bronze is reflecting the soft blue of the room. It is a beautiful harmony of colors. You can see the outline of your own shadow in the mirror now, but it is not a sharp, hard outline. It is soft. It is luminous. You are seeing yourself not as a collection of problems to be solved, but as a presence. A steady, quiet presence that exists beyond words. Consider the air in this room. It is still, yet it feels alive. Every molecule of oxygen is a gift. As you breathe, you are participating in a great exchange with the universe. You take in what you need and you release what you no longer require. This is the same rhythm as the cleaning of the mirror. Inhale the clarity, exhale the dust. Inhale the peace, exhale the noise. You are moving the cloth toward the edges now. The frame of the mirror is carved with intricate patterns of lotus flowers and flowing water. Feel the texture of these carvings with your fingertips. They represent the interconnectedness of all things. The lotus grows in the mud, but its petals remain pure. The water flows around every obstacle, never losing its essence. You are the lotus. You are the water. You are the mirror. As the last of the dust falls away, the mirror is finally clear. It is a perfect, shimmering circle of light. It reflects the entire room, the indigo shadows, the single candle, and the vast, quiet space of the hall. But more than that, it reflects the silence. Can you feel the weight of that silence? It is not an empty silence. It is a full silence. It is heavy with peace. It is pregnant with possibility. It is the silence that exists before the first note of a song. It is the silence that remains after the final word of a prayer. In this silence, there is no overthinking. There is no room for it. To think is to create a ripple on the surface of a still pond. But right now, the pond is perfectly still. The mirror is perfectly clear. You are looking into the heart of your own being, and what you see is nothing. And in that nothingness, there is everything. Stay here for a while. Let the silence wrap around you like a heavy velvet blanket. It is warm. It is safe. You are standing in the center of your own soul, and it is a place of profound beauty. You may have spent years running away from this silence, filling it with noise, with work, with entertainment, with the constant chatter of the mind. But now, you realize that this silence is your home. It is the place where you are truly yourself. Notice the subtle shifts in your body as you stand before the clean mirror. Your heartbeat has slowed. It is a steady, rhythmic drum, echoing the pulse of the earth. Your breath is so shallow and peaceful that you can barely feel it. Your mind is like a clear mountain lake on a windless day. Every thought that arises is like a small bird flying over the water. You see it, you acknowledge its beauty, and you watch it fly away. It does not disturb the surface. It does not leave a trace. This is the beauty of the silence between thoughts. We often think that the thoughts are the point of life. We think that we must always be processing, analyzing, and figuring things out. But the most important moments of life happen in the gaps. The gap between the inhale and the exhale. The gap between one heartbeat and the next. The gap between the end of one thought and the beginning of another. In those gaps, we are free. In those gaps, we are connected to the infinite. Imagine that you are a single drop of water falling into a vast, still ocean. As you hit the surface, you disappear. You are no longer a drop, you are the ocean. Your worries are no longer your worries. They are just ripples in the great expanse of existence. Your fears are no longer your fears. They are just shadows passing over the deep. You are vast. You are eternal. You are at peace. The candle in the corner flickers. The flame is small, but it is steady. It casts long, dancing shadows against the wooden walls. Watch the flame. It does not try to be anything other than a flame. It does not worry about how long it will burn. It does not compare itself to the sun or the stars. It simply burns. It gives its light and its warmth until it is gone. You are like that flame. You are a manifestation of the universe's energy, burning brightly in this moment. That is enough. To be here, in this room, with this mirror, in this silence, is enough. The indigo light of the blue hour is deepening into the rich, dark purple of night. The stars are beginning to appear through the high windows of the hall. They are like tiny diamonds scattered on a field of black sand. Each star is a sun, millions of miles away, yet their light has traveled through the vast emptiness of space to reach your eyes. You are part of that vastness. The same elements that make up those stars are the elements that make up your body. You are made of stardust and silence. As you look into the mirror one last time, you see that the reflection is no longer just a reflection of the room. It has become a portal. It is showing you a landscape of pure light. There are mountains made of crystal and rivers made of liquid silver. This is the world of the spirit. This is the world that is always there, just behind the veil of our thoughts. When we stop overthinking, the veil is lifted. We see the world as it truly is, a miracle of light and form, a masterpiece of divine creation. You feel a sense of profound gratitude welling up in your chest. It is a warm, glowing feeling that spreads through your entire body. You are grateful for this breath. You are grateful for this silence. You are grateful for the dust, for it gave you the opportunity to clean the mirror. You are grateful for the thoughts, for they allowed you to discover the stillness that lies beneath them. The journey from anxiety to tranquility is now complete. You have crossed the bridge of the breath. You have sat in the garden of the mind. You have entered the hall of the soul. You have cleaned the mirror. You are now standing in a state of crystalline clarity. The noise of the world is far away, a distant murmur that cannot reach you here. You begin to feel a new sensation. It is a heavy, sweet languor. It is the beginning of relaxation. It is the feeling of your body preparing for the deepest rest. The work of the day is done. The work of the soul is done. The mirror is clean, and it will stay clean as you drift into the next phase of your journey. The shadows in the room are growing longer, reaching out to embrace you. They are not frightening. They are like the arms of a loving mother, drawing you close, whispering that it is time to let go. The wood beneath your feet feels even warmer now, as if it has absorbed the heat of the sun throughout the day and is now releasing it just for you. You are ready to leave the mirror now. You don't need to look into it anymore, because you have become the mirror. You carry that clarity within you. You carry that silence in your heart. Every step you take from this point forward will be a step taken in peace. Every breath you take will be a breath of freedom. The air is becoming even softer, even more fragrant. The scent of the sandalwood has faded, replaced by the smell of the night air, of damp earth and sleeping flowers. It is a scent that speaks of rest, of renewal, of the quiet work that happens in the dark. As you prepare to move into the next chapter, let your awareness settle into your heart. Feel the space there. It is wide and open. There is no tension there. There is no weight. There is only the gentle rhythm of your life, pulsing softly in the darkness. You are the witness. You are the space. You are the silence. The thoughts may try to return. They may hover at the edge of your mind like moths drawn to a flame, but they cannot enter the hall. The door is closed. The mirror is clear. You are safe in the sanctuary of your own tranquility. You have found the beauty in the silence between thoughts, and that beauty is yours to keep. It is a treasure that cannot be taken away. It is a light that cannot be extinguished. The world is resting. The trees are resting. The stones are resting. And now, you are resting. The silence is your blanket. The darkness is your cradle. You are loved by the universe, for you are a part of it. You are at peace. As you drift further into this state, let these words begin to fade. Let the images of the hall and the mirror and the silk dissolve into a soft, golden mist. Let there be only the feeling of your own presence, vast and quiet. You have solved the koan of the mind by simply letting it be. You have found the center of the storm and discovered that it is perfectly still. The night is long and beautiful. The stars are watching over you. The earth is holding you. There is nothing left to do but be. There is nothing left to do but breathe. There is nothing left to do but sink into the velvet embrace of the coming sleep. Stay here in the space between the thoughts. Stay here in the heart of the silence. This is your true home. This is the peace of the Lotus Whisper. The mirror is clean. The soul is bright. The journey continues, but for now, There is only this perfect, golden moment of tranquility. You are free. You are still. You are home. The golden mist that surrounded you in the hall of the mirror now begins to change. It is no longer a mist of light, but a mist of deep, ancient earth. You are no longer standing in a temple or sitting on a silk cushion. You are lying down now, and the surface beneath you is shifting. It is becoming soft, like the rich, dark soil of a forest that has remained undisturbed for 10,000 years. Feel the weight of your body as it presses into this ground. It is a heavy weight, but it is not a burden. It is the weight of a stone returning to the mountain. It is the weight of a fallen leaf returning to the roots of the tree. As you lie here, you begin to notice the temperature of the air. It is perfectly balanced. It is neither warm nor cold. It is the temperature of peace. It feels like a soft veil of velvet draped over your skin. Let your awareness drift down to your feet. We often forget our feet, yet they carry the entire history of our movement. They have walked through the dust of overthinking and the mud of many worries. Now, feel the muscles in your toes begin to let go. Imagine each toe is like a small petal of a lotus flower, slowly unfolding in the moonlight. The tension that you have carried, the need to move, the need to run, the need to stand your ground, it all begins to drain away. It flows out of your souls and into the cool, dark earth below. The earth accepts this energy without judgment. It takes your tiredness and turns it into silence. The arches of your feet, the heels, the ankles, they all begin to soften. It is as if the very bones are turning into liquid. You are no longer holding yourself up. The earth is holding you. There is a profound relief in this surrender. You do not have to support your own weight anymore. The planet itself, with its vast and silent gravity, is reaching up to embrace you. This gravity is not a force that pulls you down, but a love that keeps you safe. It is the earth saying, I have you. You can let go now. Move your attention slowly, like a gentle stream of warm oil, up into your lower legs. Feel your calves and your shins. These muscles have been tight for so long, ready to spring into action, ready to react to the thoughts that raced through your mind. But the race is over. There is no one to catch and nothing to flee from. Feel the fibers of these muscles lengthening. They are becoming like soft willow branches, swaying in a slow breeze. The skin over your shins feels cool and smooth. The heavy bones of your legs are sinking deeper into the soil. You might feel a slight tingling sensation, a humming of energy as the cells begin to vibrate at a slower frequency. This is the frequency of the earth. This is the rhythm of the stones and the deep roots. As your legs become heavy and still, the boundary between your body and the ground begins to blur. You cannot quite tell where your skin ends and the earth begins. It is a beautiful confusion. It is the beginning of the great dissolving. In Zen, we speak of the four elements that make up our form: earth, water, fire, and air. Right now, you are returning the earth element of your body back to the source. Your muscles, your bones, your teeth, your hair, they are all just borrowed minerals. You are simply giving them back for a moment of rest. Now, let this relaxation rise into your knees. The knees are the joints of humility. They allow us to bow. They allow us to sit in stillness. Let all the pressure in your knees evaporate. Imagine the space inside the joint widening, filled with a soft blue light. There is no friction here. There is only space. And from the knees, the wave of release flows into your thighs. These are the largest muscles of your body, the storehouse of your strength and your survival instincts. Feel them spreading out. They are becoming wide and soft, like a field of tall grass after a heavy rain. The tension in your hips, the deep-seated grip of the ego that tries to control your direction, begins to loosen. The ego lives in the tension of the body. It lives in the way we hold ourselves tight against the world. But as your hips open and sink, the ego finds nothing to hold on to. It is like trying to grab a handful of water. The tighter you squeeze, the more it escapes. So, you stop squeezing. You open your hands. You open your life. The lower part of your body is now fully merged with the ground. You are like a mountain whose base is rooted in the very center of the world. You are immovable, yet you are completely relaxed. The thoughts of the day, the overthinking that once felt like a storm, are now just distant clouds passing over the peak of the mountain. They do not affect the mountain. They do not change the stone. Now, bring your soft awareness to your abdomen. This is the center of your breath, the place where life enters and leaves. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. It is like the tide of a vast, silent ocean. Do not try to control the breath. Do not try to make it deep or slow. Just watch it. Notice how the breath happens all by itself. You are not breathing. You are being breathed. The universe is inhaling and exhaling through you. As you realize this, the grip of the I, the me, the mine, begins to fade. If the breath happens without your effort, then perhaps the rest of life can happen without your effort too. Perhaps you do not need to think so hard to make things right. Perhaps the world knows how to turn without your help. With every exhale, feel your internal organs relaxing. Your stomach, your liver, your heart, your lungs. They have worked so hard for you, beating and processing and sustaining you even when you were lost in the thickets of your mind. Send them a thought of gratitude. Let them settle into the quiet. Imagine your heart is a red lotus floating on a still pond. The petals are open and the water is calm. There is no pulse of anxiety here. There is only the steady, slow rhythm of peace. The relaxation now moves up your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Imagine your spine is a string of pearls and someone has just cut the thread. Each pearl drops softly into the velvet dark. The tension in your lower back, the weight you carry on your shoulders, the tightness between your shoulder blades, it all dissolves. Your shoulders drop away from your ears. They spread out, becoming broad and light. You are shedding the invisible backpack of worries you have been carrying for years. You are dropping the stones of what if and the heavy weights of should have. They fall away and are swallowed by the earth. You are becoming lighter and lighter, even as you sink deeper and deeper. Feel your arms now. They are lying by your side, heavy and useless in the most wonderful way. Your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, they are like pieces of driftwood floating on a calm sea. Your hands, which are so often busy, so often grasping, are finally still. Feel the palms of your hands. They might feel warm, or you might feel a gentle pulsing in your fingertips. This is the life force, the prana, moving freely now that the blockages of tension have been removed. Your fingers curl naturally, holding nothing. You are not reaching for the future. You are not clinging to the past. You are simply here, in the suspended animation of total relaxation. Now, let the relaxation flow into your neck and your throat. This is the bridge between the heart and the head. Often this bridge is narrow and constricted by the words we did not say or the thoughts we could not express. Feel the throat opening. The muscles of the neck, which carry the heavy burden of the head, finally let go. The head feels weightless now, supported by the earth. The most profound release happens in the face. We wear our identity on our face. We wear our masks of who we think we should be. Let the mask melt away. Feel your jaw unhinging. Let there be a small space between your teeth. Let your tongue rest heavily on the floor of your mouth. The tiny muscles around your mouth, the ones that create smiles and frowns, are now completely at rest. Your cheeks become soft. Your nose, the bridge of your nose, the space between your eyebrows, the third eye, everything becomes smooth. The forehead, where the lines of overthinking are etched, is now like a sheet of glass or a still lake. There is not a single ripple of thought left on the surface. Your eyes rest deeply in their sockets. They are no longer looking outward at the world of forms. They are looking inward at the vast, dark space of the soul. Your ears are open, but they are not listening for danger or for meaning. They are listening to the silence. The scalp, the very top of your head, relaxes. It feels as if the crown of your head is opening up to the stars. You are no longer a solid object. You are a collection of sensations, a field of energy, a part of the landscape. The ego, that small voice that says, "I am this person, I have these problems, I need these things," has become very quiet. It is like a bird that has stopped singing and has gone to sleep in its nest. Without the ego's constant chatter, what are you? You are the earth, you are the air, you are the silence. Think of the salt doll who wanted to measure the depth of the ocean. For a long time, the doll stood on the shore, afraid to lose its shape, afraid to lose its identity as a doll. It thought about the ocean, it analyzed the ocean, it worried about the ocean. This is overthinking. But then, the doll took a step into the water. As it walked deeper, its legs began to dissolve. It cried out, "What am I becoming?" But it kept walking. The water rose to its waist, and its torso began to melt. It said, "I am losing myself," but it kept walking. Finally, the water covered its head, and in the final moment of its existence, the salt doll realized the truth. It did not say, "I am the ocean." It said, "The ocean and I are one." You are like that salt doll. The ocean of peace has risen to meet you. The boundaries of your physical body are no longer walls, they are porous membranes. The air you breathe is the same air that moves through the trees. The water in your cells is the same water that flows in the mountain streams. The minerals in your bones are the same minerals that form the crust of the earth. You are not a separate entity struggling against the world. You are the world experiencing itself through a human form. As the ego releases its grip, the fear of overthinking disappears. Why? Because there is no one left to overthink. There is only the flow of experience. There is only the sound of the wind, the feeling of the ground, and the rhythm of the breath. You have moved beyond the need for answers. You have moved into the state of being the answer. Imagine now that your body has completely dissolved into the earth. You are the soil itself. You are the dark, rich womb of the forest. Above you, the tall trees reach for the sky, and you are the one who feeds them. You feel the slow, ancient life of the roots moving through you. You feel the moisture of the rain soaking into your being. There is no hurry here. 100 years is like a single heartbeat. 1,000 years is like a single breath. In this state, where is the anxiety? Where is the worry about tomorrow? Tomorrow is just another season, and you are the earth that holds all seasons. You are the silent witness to the dance of existence. You are the space in which everything happens. This is the ultimate relaxation. It is not just the relaxation of the muscles, but the relaxation of the soul. You are no longer trying to be anything. You are no longer trying to get anywhere. You have arrived. You are home. In this deep state of dissolution, you begin to understand the koan of the empty hand. When you clench your fist, you have a fist, but you have nothing else. When you open your hand, you have the entire universe. Your mind is now like that open hand. It is empty of thoughts, empty of cravings, empty of fears. And because it is empty, it is full of peace. It is full of the infinite. The night is deep now. The world is asleep, and you are part of that sleep. But it is a conscious sleep, a state of profound awareness without the interference of the ego. You are floating in a sea of velvet darkness. There is no up or down, no left or right. There is only the pulse of being. You are the silence between the notes of a song. You are the space between the stars. As you continue to drift in this state, feel a sense of profound safety. You are held by the universe. You are a child of the cosmos, and the cosmos is kind. All the overthinking of the past was just a misunderstanding. You thought you were alone, so you tried to protect yourself with thoughts. You thought you were separate, so you tried to build walls with your mind. But now you see that there are no walls. There is no separation. There is only this perfect moment, this perfect stillness. Your body is gone. Your name is gone. Your history is gone. What remains is the pure light of awareness. It is a soft, golden light, like the glow of a candle in a windless room. It does not flicker. It does not fade. It is the light of your true nature. It is the light of the Buddha within. Let yourself sink even deeper. If there is any tiny spark of tension left in your mind, any small thought trying to pull you back to the surface, let it go. Imagine it is a tiny bubble rising through the water. Watch it rise, watch it reach the surface, and watch it pop. It is gone. There is only the deep, cool water. There is only the silence of the depths. The earth is breathing with you. The stars are breathing with you. Everything is in harmony. You are the harmony. You are the peace. You are the lotus whispering in the night. The journey from anxiety to tranquility is complete. The journey from tranquility to relaxation is complete. You are now standing at the threshold of the final gate, the gate of deep, dreamless sleep. But there is no need to hurry. Stay here in this state of dissolution as long as you wish. Enjoy the feeling of being nothing and everything at the same time. Enjoy the freedom of having no ego to defend and no body to carry. You are the mountain. You are the river. You are the earth. You are the sky. You are the silence. You are at rest. The world is quiet. Your mind is quiet. Your heart is quiet. Everything is as it should be. Everything is perfect. You are free. You are still. You are home. The darkness is warm and inviting. It is a soft blanket that covers the entire world. Under this blanket, all things are equal. All things are at peace. The flowers, the trees, the animals, and you. We are all dreaming the same dream of existence. And in this dream, there is no room for overthinking. There is only the beauty of the dream itself. As the minutes pass, you feel yourself becoming even more subtle. You are like the scent of jasmine on a summer night. You are there, but you cannot be grasped. You are a presence, but you have no weight. This is the state of anatta, the state of no self. It is the most beautiful state a human being can reach. It is the end of suffering. It is the beginning of true life. Rest now. Rest in the earth that you are. Rest in the space that you are. The grip is gone. The ego is gone. There is only peace. There is only the whisper. There is only the lotus. You are the stillness at the heart of the world. You are the peace that passes all understanding. You are the light that never goes out. Slowly, the golden light of your awareness begins to soften, turning into a deep, celestial blue. This is the color of the midnight sky, the color of the deepest part of the ocean. It is the color of total surrender. You are sinking into this blue. You are becoming the blue. Every cell of your being is vibrating with this calm, cool energy. The overthinking mind is a distant memory, a story told in a language you no longer speak. You have found the silence that exists before words. You have found the stillness that exists before movement. The earth continues to hold you. The universe continues to breathe through you. You are safe. You are loved. You are part of the infinite. There is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. There is only this, this, this. As you move toward the final stage of your journey, let the feeling of dissolution become complete. Let the last traces of your physical form fade away into the dark, fertile soil. You are the roots. You are the earth. You are the silence. You are the peace. You are the Lotus Whisper. The journey continues, but you are already there. You have always been there. You just had to let go of the thinking to see it. You just had to let go of the ego to feel it. Now you see. Now you feel. Now you are. Deep, deep rest. Deep, deep peace. The world is a whisper. The mind is a mirror. The soul is a star. You are all of it. You are none of it. You are. Sleep is coming, like a slow tide. Let it wash over you. Let it take you into the heart of the night. You are ready. You are relaxed. You are dissolved. You are free. The silence is your song. The darkness is your light. The earth is your bed. The universe is your home. Rest now. Rest. Rest. In the quiet of the forest floor, where the moss is thick and the air is still, you remain. A part of the great mystery, a part of the eternal dance, peaceful, still, whole. The mirror is gone. The hall is gone. The mist is gone. There is only the deep, dark, beautiful earth, and you are that earth. Peace, peace, peace. The forest floor is a cradle. It is a bed of ancient stories and soft, damp moss that has waited for centuries just to hold the weight of your presence. As you lie here, fully supported by the dark, rich earth, you can feel the boundary between your body and the ground beginning to blur. There is no effort required to stay here. The earth does not ask you to hold yourself up. It does not ask you to be strong. It simply accepts you, as you are, in this moment of absolute surrender. Feel the coolness of the soil beneath the small of your back. It is a cooling balm for the heat of a mind that has been running for too long. This is the beginning of the nectar. This is the moment where the struggle ends and the wisdom begins to flow. Think of your thoughts as a heavy rain that has finally stopped. For hours, or perhaps for years, the rain was frantic. It lashed against the windows of your perception. It clouded your vision. It made the paths of your life muddy and difficult to navigate. But now, the clouds have parted. The storm of overthinking has exhausted itself. What remains is the afterglow. What remains is the moisture on the leaves, the scent of petrichor rising from the ground, and the slow, rhythmic dripping of water from the high branches of the cedar trees. Each drop is a lesson. Each drop is a piece of the nectar of wisdom. In the tradition of the old masters, wisdom is not something you gather like firewood. It is not something you stack up in your mind to use later. True wisdom is a liquid state. It is the ability to flow around the obstacles that used to stop you in your tracks. When you overthink, you are like a person trying to grab a handful of water. The tighter you squeeze, the faster the water escapes through your fingers. But when you relax, when you open your palms and let your hands rest in the stream, the water stays. It pools in your hands. It nourishes you. This is the nectar of wisdom. It is the realization that you do not need to grasp. You only need to be open. Take a breath now, a very slow, very deep breath. Feel the air enter your nostrils, cool and crisp, carrying the scent of pine and ancient stone. As you inhale, imagine this air is a golden nectar. It is not just oxygen, it is the essence of clarity. It flows down your throat, smoothing away the tension in your neck. It spreads into your chest, expanding the space around your heart. This nectar is heavy and sweet, like wild honey, but it is also as clear as a mountain spring. It carries with it the understanding that every struggle you have ever faced was not an interruption of your life, but a part of its rhythm. Consider the struggles of your past, the moments when your mind felt like a tangled knot of wire, the nights spent staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations, worrying about the future, or mourning the past. In the light of this nectar, those struggles change their shape. They are no longer heavy burdens. They are the stones in the bed of a river. Without those stones, the water would have no song. The stones create the ripples. They create the music of the stream. They give the water its character and its strength. As you lie here in this deep state of relaxation, look back at those stones. See how the water of your life has flowed over them, smoothing their sharp edges, turning them into something beautiful and polished. The nectar of wisdom teaches us that we do not need to solve our lives, we only need to live them. Overthinking is the illusion that we can think our way out of being human. It is the belief that if we just analyze the problem one more time, we will find the secret key that makes everything perfect. But perfection is not the goal of the Zen path. Presence is the goal. Being here, in the middle of the flow, is the goal. Feel the nectar moving into your shoulders now. Your shoulders are often the place where you carry the weight of the world. Feel that weight dissolving. The nectar is melting the tension, turning the hard, frozen muscles into soft, flowing water. Your shoulders sink deeper into the moss. You are becoming part of the landscape. The air around you is perfectly still. The temperature is neither warm nor cold. It is the temperature of peace. It is the temperature of a soul that has found its home. In this stillness, you can hear the subtle shifts of the forest. A twig snaps in the distance. A leaf rustles. These sounds do not disturb you. They are like ripples on a pond. They appear, they move across the surface, and then they vanish back into the depth. Your mind is that pond. For a long time, you thought you were the ripples. You thought you were the movement. But now, as the nectar of wisdom fills you, you realize you are the depth. You are the vast, still water that remains unchanged no matter what happens on the surface. Let the nectar flow down your arms. Feel it move past your elbows, into your forearms, and out through the tips of your fingers. Your hands, which have worked so hard to hold on to things, are now empty and light. They rest on the earth like fallen leaves. There is a profound wisdom in an empty hand. An empty hand can receive everything. A full hand can hold nothing more. By letting go of your thoughts, by letting go of your need to control the narrative of your life, you have made your hands empty. You have made your heart empty. And in that emptiness, the universe begins to pour its beauty. Listen to the silence. It is not an empty silence, it is a full silence. It is a silence that is pregnant with the wisdom of the ages. It is the silence that existed before the first word was spoken and will exist after the last word is forgotten. This is the nectar of the void. In Zen, we do not fear the void, we embrace it. We realize that the void is the source of all things. When you stop thinking, you return to the source. You return to the place where there are no problems, only existence. You are not a person thinking about a forest, you are the forest experiencing itself through a person. The struggles you once thought were so important now seem like distant echoes. The deadlines, the expectations, the fears of what others might think, the regrets over mistakes made long ago. All of these are just shadows, and shadows have no power in the deep, golden light of this wisdom. The nectar is now flowing down your spine. Each vertebra is like a bead on a mala, a prayer bead of bone and light. Feel the nectar washing between the bones, creating space, creating ease. Your spine is the bridge between the earth and the sky. It is the channel through which the life force flows. As the tension leaves your back, you feel a sense of alignment. You are aligned with the gravity of the planet. You are aligned with the rotation of the stars. Think of a river. A river does not struggle to reach the ocean. It does not sit on a rock and plan its route. It does not worry if it is moving too fast or too slow. It simply follows the path of least resistance. It trusts the gravity of the earth. It trusts its own nature. This is how you are learning to live. Your life is the river. Your wisdom is the water. And your struggles are simply the terrain through which you must pass. Some parts of the terrain are steep and rocky, creating waterfalls of intense emotion. Other parts are flat and wide, where the water moves so slowly it seems to be standing still. Both are necessary. Both are the river. As you relax deeper, the nectar moves into your hips and your legs. This is the part of you that carries you through the world. This is your foundation. Feel the nectar softening the large muscles of your thighs. Feel it flowing into your knees, soothing the joints that have walked so many miles. Feel it moving down into your calves and your ankles, and finally, out through the soles of your feet into the earth. You are now a conduit. The wisdom of the universe flows into you from the air and the sky, and it flows out of you into the ground. You are part of a great, eternal circulation. In this state of profound relaxation, the mind becomes a gentle stream of lessons. You see that the person who hurt you was also a river, struggling with its own rocks. You see that the mistake you made was simply a turn in the path that led you to this moment of peace. You see that the anxiety you felt, just the wind blowing across the water. None of it was personal. None of it was permanent. It was all just the dance of form and emptiness. This realization is the ultimate nectar. It is the medicine that heals the soul. The texture of the air against your skin is like silk. It is a gentle caress from the world you inhabit. You are safe here. You are protected by the ancient trees and the silent mountains. The overthinking mind is like a bird in a cage that has finally noticed the door is open. For a long time, the bird stayed in the cage, hopping from perch to perch, chirping in distress. But now, the bird has stepped out. It has felt the vastness of the sky. It has realized that the cage was never locked. The door was always open. The only thing keeping you in the cage of your thoughts was the habit of being there. Now, that habit is broken. You are flying in the open sky of awareness. The nectar of wisdom is not a loud or dramatic thing. It is subtle. It is the quiet joy of being alive without needing a reason for it. It is the peace of knowing that you are enough, exactly as you are, without adding a single thought or a single achievement. You are the nectar. You are the wisdom. You are the stream. As you drift further into this relaxation, the world of objects begins to fade. The forest, the moss, the trees, even your own body begin to dissolve into a field of pure, radiant energy. There is no longer a you and a forest. There is only the breathing. There is only the heartbeat. There is only the flow. Every struggle you have endured has been a teacher. The pain taught you compassion. The confusion taught you the value of clarity. The loneliness taught you the importance of connection. The overthinking taught you the beauty of silence. Like a master alchemist, you have turned the lead of your suffering into the gold of your wisdom. This is the nectar. It is the refined essence of your experience. It is the sweetness that comes after the bitterness has been fully tasted and understood. You are now in the heart of the night. The stars above are silent witnesses to your transformation. Each star is a distant sun, a point of light in the infinite dark. You are like those stars. You are a point of consciousness in the infinite mystery of existence. And just as the stars do not struggle to shine, you do not need to struggle to be wise. Your wisdom is your natural radiance. It is what remains when you stop covering it with the clouds of thought. The nectar is now a warm glow in the center of your being. It radiates outward, filling the room, filling the forest, filling the world. You are a source of peace. You are a source of light. Anyone who comes near you will feel this nectar. They will feel the stillness that you have found. They will see that it is possible to live without the constant noise of the ego. You are becoming a beacon of tranquility. As you prepare to move even deeper into the night, into the realm of sleep, carry this nectar with you. Let it be the water you drink in your dreams. Let it be the light that guides you through the subconscious mind. The struggles of tomorrow do not exist yet. The struggles of yesterday have already vanished. There is only this nectar. There is only this wisdom. There is only this breath. Your body is now so relaxed that it feels as though it is floating. You are no longer bound by the laws of weight and matter. You are a spirit of light, drifting on the current of the eternal. The nectar has permeated every cell, every atom. You are a vessel of wisdom. You are a temple of peace. The stream of your life is flowing gently now, moving toward the great ocean of sleep. The lessons of your life are not written in books. They are written in the way you breathe. They are written in the way you let go. They are written in the space between your thoughts. This is the secret that the monks have known for thousands of years. This is the truth that the mountains whisper to the wind. Mindfulness is not a technique. It is a way of being. It is the nectar that turns the desert of the mind into a lush, green garden. Rest now in this garden. Let the flowers of your awareness bloom in the dark. They do not need the sun to grow. They only need your presence. They only need your love. You are the gardener of your soul. You have cleared away the weeds of overthinking. You have watered the soil with your breath. Now you can simply sit and enjoy the fragrance. The nectar is sweet. The nectar is cool. The nectar is you. You are the nectar of wisdom. You are the flowing stream. You are the gentle lesson. In this state of total relaxation, there is nothing left to do. There is nowhere left to go. You have arrived. You are home. The journey from anxiety to tranquility is complete. The journey from relaxation to sleep is just beginning. Let the words fade away now. Let the images dissolve. Let the nectar fill everything until there is nothing else. Just the golden light, just the deep peace, just the silent wisdom of the heart. You are free. You are whole. You are at rest. The world is a whisper. The mind is a mirror. The soul is a star. You are all of it. You are none of it. You are. Deep, deep rest. Deep, deep peace. The nectar is flowing. The stream is singing. The lessons are learned. The struggle is over. Sleep is the final nectar. Let it wash over you. Let it take you. You are ready. You are relaxed. You are wise. You are peace. The forest is quiet. The earth is warm. The stars are watching. You are safe. You are loved. You are one with the flow. Every breath is a prayer. Every heartbeat is a bell. The nectar is your life. The wisdom is your breath. Rest now. Rest in the nectar. Rest in the wisdom. Rest in the flow. The silence is your song. The darkness is your light. The earth is your bed. The universe is your home. You have turned the struggle into grace. You have turned the noise into music. You have turned the thinking into being. This is the gift of mindfulness. This is the nectar of the soul. As you drift away, remember that this nectar is always within you. You can return to this stream whenever you choose. You can taste this wisdom whenever you stop. The forest is always there. The moss is always soft. The earth is always waiting to hold you. You are never alone. You are never lost. You are the nectar. Peace in your mind. peace in your body, peace in your spirit. The stream flows on, gentle and true. The lessons are silent and deep. The relaxation is total. The wisdom is complete. Sleep now in the heart of the nectar. Sleep now in the arms of the wise. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The journey continues in the silence. The journey continues in the dark. You are the traveler and the path. You are the seeker and the truth. You are the nectar and the thirst. Everything is one. Everything is well. Everything is peace. Rest your head on the moss of eternity. Let the nectar of wisdom be your blanket. You have earned this rest. You have found this peace. You have become the stream. Flow now into the deep, dark, beautiful night. Flow into the heart of the mystery. Flow into the light of the void. The nectar is you. The wisdom is you. The peace is you. Rest now. Rest. Rest. In the quiet of the forest floor, where the moss is thick and the air is still, you remain. A part of the great mystery, a part of the eternal dance. Peaceful. Still. Whole. The mirror is gone. The hall is gone. The mist is gone. There is only the deep, dark, beautiful earth. And you are that earth. You are that nectar. You are that wisdom. Peace, 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 flowing like a river, soft as a whisper, sweet as the nectar of the gods. You are free from the burden of thought. You are free from the weight of the self. You are simply the being. You are simply the peace. Sleep now. The nectar is yours. The wisdom is yours. The night is yours. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The night is no longer a dark curtain that hides the world, but a soft velvet embrace that holds everything in its place. You are here. You are present. You are the stillness that exists between two heartbeats. The heavy weight of the day has dissolved into the damp earth beneath you. You are like the ancient cedar tree, whose roots reach deep into the cool, dark soil, finding nourishment in the silence. Your thoughts, which once swirled like a storm of fallen leaves, have begun to settle. They find their place on the ground. They become part of the landscape. They are no longer yours to carry. They are simply things that exist, and in their existence, they are beautiful and quiet. Feel the air as it brushes against your skin. It is cool and thin, like silk pulled across a mirror. It carries the scent of pine and wet stone and the distant memory of wood smoke. This air does not ask anything of you. It does not require you to think or to plan or to remember. It only asks you to breathe. And as you breathe, you realize that you are not just taking the air in. You are the air. You are the movement of the atmosphere. You are the very breath of the forest. In the distance, a temple bell begins to ring. The sound does not arrive all at once. It travels through the mist, winding its way between the trunks of the trees, moving over the surface of the hidden ponds. It is a low, deep resonance that vibrates in the center of your chest. It is the sound of the universe clearing its throat. Listen to the way the sound begins. It is a single point of intention, a striker hitting bronze. And then the sound expands. It ripples outward in golden circles. It fills the valley. It fills the space between the stars. And then, slowly, very slowly, it begins to fade. But even as it fades, it does not disappear. It becomes a part of the silence. It leaves behind a trail of peace. You are like that bell. You have been struck by the experiences of your life, and you have vibrated with the intensity of thought. But now the striking has stopped. The resonance is softening. You are the long, slow fade into the quiet. You are the echo that finds its home in the stillness of the mountains. The leaves above you are moving. A gentle wind has found its way into the canopy of the trees. It is a soft sound, like the sigh of a sleeping giant. Each leaf has its own voice. The broad leaves of the oak make a deep, rhythmic rustle. The needles of the pine make a sharp, silver hiss. The bamboo stalks knock against one another with a sound like hollow wood on stone. You do not need to identify these sounds. You do not need to name them. To name a thing is to separate yourself from it. Instead, just listen. Let the sound wash over you like a tide. Let it fill your ears until there is no room for the internal monologue that usually occupies your mind. The voice that says, "I am tired," or "I am worried," or "I am thinking," is gone. There is only the sound of the wind. There is only the rustling. You are the leaf that turns in the breeze. You are the branch that sways. You are the wind itself, moving through the empty spaces. Consider the nature of a leaf. It does not try to grow. It does not worry about the coming of autumn. It does not compare itself to the leaf on the branch above it. It simply is. It captures the light. It drinks the rain. It breathes the air. And when the time comes, it lets go. It falls without fear. It drifts through the air with a grace that can only come from total surrender. You are learning this grace. You are learning that your thoughts are like these leaves. For so long you have tried to catch them. You have tried to glue them back onto the branches. You have tried to arrange them in patterns that make sense. But now you see that you can simply let them fall. You can watch them drift away on the current of your breath. See them now. A thought about tomorrow falls and hits the ground with a soft sound. A thought about yesterday drifts into the shadows and vanishes. A thought about who you are and what you should be doing simply dissolves in the moonlight. What is left when the thoughts are gone? What remains when the leaves have all fallen? Only the tree, only the trunk, only the deep roots, only the pure presence of being. The temple bell rings again. This time it seems closer, or perhaps you have become more sensitive to its vibration. The sound is like a deep blue pool of water. You are sinking into it. You are not drowning. You are coming home. The vibration moves through your bones. It softens the marrow. It relaxes the tiny muscles around your eyes. It releases the tension in your jaw. Your hands, which have spent the day grasping and holding and doing, are now open and empty. They are like two lotus flowers resting on the surface of a still lake. They have nothing to do. They have nowhere to go. They are perfectly content in their emptiness. This is the secret of the Zen path. To be empty is to be full. To have nothing is to possess everything. When you let go of the need to think, you gain the ability to perceive. You perceive the texture of the moss beneath your fingers. It is soft and damp and ancient. It has been growing here for centuries, indifferent to the rise and fall of empires. It does not think. It only grows. You are the moss. You are the cool green life that clings to the earth. The moon has risen higher now. Its light is a pale silver wash that turns the forest into a world of ghosts and shadows. But these are not frightening ghosts. They are the shadows of the truth. They show you that things are not as solid as they seem. The trees are made of light and shadow. The stones are made of light and shadow. Your own body is made of light and shadow. When you look closely at a thought, you see that it is also transparent. It has no substance. It is a wisp of smoke in a high wind. Why have you spent so much time chasing smoke? Why have you let the shadows dictate your happiness? In this moment of pure relaxation, you see the illusion for what it is. You are the sky through which the smoke drifts. The sky is not harmed by the smoke. The sky is not changed by the clouds. The sky remains vast and blue and eternal, no matter what passes through it. You are that vastness. You are that eternal space. Listen to the rhythm of your heart. It is a slow, steady drum. It is the heartbeat of the earth itself. Every time your heart beats, it sends a wave of relaxation through your entire being. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, You are becoming liquid. You are melting into the environment. You can no longer tell where your skin ends and the air begins. You are the temperature of the night. You are the humidity of the forest. You are the slow pulse of the universe. The distant bell rings a third time. This sound is the final key. It unlocks the last door of the mind. Behind that door, there is no furniture. There are no maps. There are no books. There is only a vast, open field under a sky full of stars. You are walking into that field. The grass is cool against your feet. The stars are so low you could reach out and touch them. But you do not reach out. You have no need to touch anything. You are already everything. Overthinking is like a bird trapped in a room. It flies against the windows. It beats its wings against the ceiling. It creates a frantic noise that fills the space. But mindfulness is the act of opening the door. It is the act of realizing that the windows were never there to begin with. The bird flies out into the night. It disappears into the dark. And suddenly the room is silent. The room is still. You are that silence. You are that stillness. You are the space that remains when the frantic bird has gone. Feel the peace of that empty room. It is not a lonely emptiness. It is a sacred emptiness. It is the emptiness of a bowl that is ready to be filled with the nectar of the gods. But for now you do not need to be filled. You are content to be empty. You are content to be the vessel. The wind picks up slightly, and the forest begins to sing. It is a low, humming sound. It is the sound of the earth turning on its axis. It is the sound of the stars burning in the void. You are part of this song. Your breath is the melody. Your heartbeat is the rhythm. Your silence is the harmony. You are becoming one with the rustling leaves. You are becoming one with the distant temple bell. There is no longer a you who is listening to the bell. There is only the ringing. There is no longer a you who is feeling the wind. There is only the blowing. The subject and the object have merged. The thinker and the thought have vanished. There is only the happening. There is only the flow. In this state of pure presence, time has no meaning. A second is an eternity. An hour is a single breath. You are standing at the center of the wheel of time. The wheel turns. The seasons change. The sun rises and sets. But you are the center. You are the point that does not move. You are the stillness at the heart of the dance. From this center, you can look out at your life and see it for what it is. A series of beautiful, fleeting moments, a collection of shadows and light, a story told by a dreamer. You are no longer lost in the story. You are the one who is dreaming, and the dreamer is at peace. The dreamer is relaxed. The dreamer is ready to let the dream fade into the deep, dark sleep of the universe. The moss is so soft. The air is so cool. The bell is so far away now that it is almost a thought. But it is a thought that does not disturb the silence. It is a thought that enhances the silence, like a single white flower in a dark room. You are that flower. You are that silence. You are that bell. You are the leaves. You are the wind. You are the earth. You are the moon. You are the dark. You are the light. You are everything, and you are nothing. And in this realization, you find the ultimate relaxation. The relaxation of the soul that has finally stopped trying to be something else. The relaxation of the mind that has finally stopped trying to understand. The relaxation of the heart that has finally stopped trying to hold on. Rest in this presence. Let it soak into your bones. Let it wash away the last traces of the self. You are a river flowing into the ocean. You are a flame flickering out in the dawn. You are a whisper lost in the roar of the waterfall. And yet, you have never been more real. You have never been more alive. because you are no longer trapped in the narrow prison of your thoughts. You are free. You are wide. You are deep. You are the forest at night. You are the temple in the mist. You are the bell in the valley. You are the peace that surpasses all understanding. The leaves continue to rustle. They are telling a story that has no words. It is a story about the beginning of time and the end of space. It is a story about the mountain that became a cloud and the cloud that became a river. You are listening to this story with your whole body. You are hearing it with your skin and your hair and your blood. The story is saying that you are safe. The story is saying that you are loved. The story is saying that you are exactly where you need to be. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to change. There is nothing to achieve. You have already arrived. You have always been here. The overthinking was just a detour, a long, winding path that led you back to the very place you started. But now, you see the starting place with new eyes. You see the beauty of the simple. You see the majesty of the ordinary. The temple bell rings one last time. It is so faint, it might be the sound of your own heart, or the sound of a star falling. It marks the end of the journey. It marks the beginning of the rest. The resonance lingers in the air for a long time. It curls around the trees. It settles on the surface of the water. It sinks into the earth. And as it disappears, it takes you with it. You are fading now. You are becoming the dark. You are becoming the deep. You are becoming the beautiful night. The relaxation is total. The presence is pure. The mind is empty. The heart is full. You are the rustling leaves. You are the distant bell. You are the silence that follows. The forest is breathing with you. A slow, deep expansion. A slow, deep release. With every exhale, you let go of another layer of the world. You let go of the names of the trees. You let go of the colors of the shadows. You let go of the feeling of the ground. You are floating now, not in the air, but in the consciousness of the universe. You are a single drop of water in an infinite ocean of peace. There is no resistance here. There is no friction. There is only the smooth, cold glass of eternity. You are sliding across it. You are becoming it. The thoughts are gone. The overthinking is a distant memory of a different person. You are the one who remains, the one who is always here, the one who is always still, the one who is always at peace. Listen to the silence. It is not the absence of sound, it is a presence in itself. It is a heavy, thick silence that wraps around you like a blanket. It is the silence of the mountain peaks. It is the silence of the deep sea. It is the silence of the space between the stars. It is a silence that speaks. It tells you that you are whole. It tells you that you are complete. It tells you that you can rest now. The work is done. The path has been walked. The bell has been rung. The leaves have fallen. There is nothing left to do but be. Just be. Be the silence. Be the night. Be the peace. Your body is a landscape of hills and valleys. The hills are softening. The valleys are filling with mist. The rivers of your blood are flowing quietly. The caves of your lungs are breathing deeply. The fire of your spirit is a low, warm glow. You are a world at rest. You are a universe in repose. The distant temple bell is now just a memory of a memory. The rustling leaves are a lullaby that you no longer need to hear. You are drifting. You are sinking. You are dissolving. You are becoming the very essence of relaxation. You are becoming the pure presence of the void. The void is not empty. It is pregnant with everything. It is the source of all light and all life. By becoming the void, you are becoming the source. You are returning to the place before the first thought was born. You are returning to the state of perfect balance. No overthinking can reach you here. No anxiety can find you. You are hidden in the heart of the mystery. You are protected by the vastness of the night. You are the secret that the forest whispers to the moon. You are the truth that the bell rings out to the valley. You are the peace that remains when everything else has been stripped away. Sleep is coming. But it is not a loss of consciousness. It is a deepening of presence. It is the final step into the heart of the lotus. The petals are closing around you. They are soft and white and scented with the wisdom of the ages. You are safe inside. You are warm. You are still. The world outside continues its dance. The wind continues to blow. The bell continues to ring in other valleys for other ears. But here, in the center of the lotus, there is only the one. There is only the now. There is only the peace. As you move into the final stages of this relaxation, feel the gratitude that arises in the space where your ego used to be. Gratitude for the breath. Gratitude for the silence. Gratitude for the ability to let go. This gratitude is not a thought. It is a physical sensation. It is a warmth in the center of your being. It is a light that does not cast a shadow. It is the signature of the soul. Let this gratitude be your guide as you cross the threshold into deep sleep. Let it be the last thing you feel before you disappear into the dreamless dark. The forest is still. The bell is silent. The leaves are at rest. You are the forest. You are the bell. You are the leaves. You are the rest. The journey from anxiety to tranquility is over. The journey from relaxation to deep sleep is beginning. You have found the center. You have found the peace. You have found yourself by losing yourself. Rest now. Rest in the pure presence. Rest in the oneness of all things. Rest in the heart of the mystery. Peace, peace, peace. The air is a gentle weight. The darkness is a soft light. The silence is a beautiful song. You are the listener and the song. You are the dreamer and the dream. You are the watcher and the watched. All divisions have fallen away. All boundaries have dissolved. There is only the flow. There is only the presence. There is only the peace. Sleep now. The nectar is yours. The wisdom is yours. The night is yours. Sleep, sleep, sleep. In the quiet of the forest floor, where the moss is thick and the air is still, you remain. A part of the great mystery, a part of the eternal dance, peaceful, still, whole. The mirror is gone, the hall is gone, the mist is gone. There is only the deep, dark, beautiful earth, and you are that earth. You are that nectar, you are that wisdom. Peace, 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 flowing like a river, soft as a whisper, sweet as the nectar of the gods. You are free from the burden of thought. You are free from the weight of the self. You are simply the being. You are simply the peace. Sleep now. The night is your home. The silence is your sanctuary. The peace is your true nature. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The earth beneath you is no longer just the ground. It is a soft and ancient cradle. You have traveled through the forest of your mind. You have walked through the halls of your memories. You have watched the mist of your thoughts rise and fall like the morning dew. And now, as you lie here in the deep and velvet quiet of this sacred space, you feel the final boundaries of the self beginning to soften. The moss beneath your body is cool and damp, a living tapestry that holds you with a kindness that requires no words. You can smell the scent of the damp earth, a rich and dark perfume that speaks of beginnings and endings, of seeds waiting in the dark and leaves returning to the dust. This is the scent of peace. This is the scent of a mind that has finally stopped its restless wandering. Listen to the silence that surrounds you. It is not an empty silence. It is a full silence, a heavy silence, like a thick blanket of snow resting upon a sleeping mountain. Within this silence, there is a rhythm. It is a rhythm that has existed since the first star was born and will continue long after the last one has faded into the night. It is the rhythm of the great tide. It is the rhythm of your breath. Feel your breath now. Do not try to change it. Do not try to guide it. Just observe it as if you were watching the movement of the sea from a distant shore. Inhale. The tide comes in, bringing with it the cool and silver light of the moon. Exhale. The tide goes out, carrying away the last grains of sand, the last fragments of the day, the last echoes of the voice that used to call itself I. With every breath, you are sinking deeper. You are moving away from the surface of the world. The surface is where the storms happen. The surface is where the waves crash and the wind howls. The surface is where the overthinking mind lives, tossing and turning in the spray. But you are leaving the surface behind. You are becoming the deep water. Imagine now that the forest floor beneath you begins to transform. The moss and the soil become fluid. They become a vast and dark ocean, an ocean of pure consciousness that stretches out in every direction, beyond the horizon, beyond the stars, beyond time itself. You are not floating on this ocean, you are becoming this ocean. Your breath is the movement of the entire sea. When you breathe in, the whole ocean rises. You feel the expansion in your chest, but it is not just your chest. It is the expansion of the deep currents. It is the rising of the swells in the middle of the Atlantic. It is the drawing in of the world's vitality. And when you breathe out, you feel the great release. The water recedes, the pressure vanishes. The weight of the universe is lifted and carried away by the receding tide. The air around you is cool, like the spray of a waterfall in the moonlight. It touches your skin with a gentle, tingling sensation, reminding you that you are alive, but also reminding you that you are vast. Your skin is no longer a border, it is a bridge. The cool air flows through you, and the warmth of your inner being flows out into the night. There is no longer a place where you end and the world begins. You are the air, you are the water, you are the dark. Think of your thoughts one last time. See them as tiny bubbles of air rising from the very bottom of the sea. They are small and translucent. They carry the stories of your day, the worries of your tomorrow, the regrets of your yesterday. Watch them rise. They move slowly through the heavy, dark water. They are heading toward the surface, far, far above you. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to catch them. You simply watch them go. One by one, they reach the surface and they pop. They vanish into the infinite sky. They are gone. And with their departure, the water becomes even stiller, even darker, even more peaceful. The darkness here is not the darkness of a cave. It is the darkness of the womb. It is a nurturing, protective darkness that holds all possibilities. In this darkness, there is no need for sight. There is no need for maps. There is no need for the light of the intellect to search for answers. The answers are found in the stillness. The answers are found in the absence of questions. As you sink deeper into this oceanic sleep, feel the weight of your body becoming the weight of the water. Your legs are long and heavy, like deep sea currents moving toward the poles. Your arms are soft and drifting, like kelp swaying in the gentle pulse of the tide. Your head is light, like a piece of driftwood carried by a kind and steady stream.
The tension in your jaw has dissolved. The tightness in your shoulders has washed away. The knots in your stomach have untied themselves,
and disappeared into the salt and the shadow. You are merging with the vastness. You are the dark ocean of the universe. Within you, there are galaxies spinning in the deep. Within you, there are whales singing songs that have no beginning and no end. Within you, there is the silence of the trenches and the power of the storms. And yet, you are perfectly still. You are the witness of all things, and you are all things. The overthinking mind is like a small boat that was once caught in a gale. It was tossed by the waves of anxiety. It was battered by the winds of doubt. But now, that boat has reached the center of the ocean, where the water is miles deep and the surface is as smooth as a mirror. The boat has stopped its engines. It has lowered its sails. It is simply resting on the bosom of the infinite. And slowly, very slowly, the boat begins to dissolve. The wood becomes the water. The iron becomes the salt. The name on the bow fades away. There is no boat anymore. There is only the ocean. You are that ocean. Feel the temperature of this peace. It is a perfect coolness that does not chill, but soothes. It is like the touch of silk against a fevered brow. It is the temperature of the stars. It is the temperature of the void. It is the most natural state of being. You have spent so much time trying to be someone, trying to do something, trying to go somewhere. But here, in the deep sleep of the soul, there is nowhere to go. There is nothing to do. There is no one to be. You are simply the presence. You are the tide. The rhythm of your breath is now the only clock. It does not measure hours or minutes. It measures the heartbeat of existence. Inhale, the universe expands. Exhale, the universe rests. Inhale, the light of 1,000 suns glows within your cells. Exhale, the shadow of 1,000 nights brings you comfort and rest. You are traveling deeper now. The light from the surface has completely vanished. You are in the heart of the great mystery. This is the place where the ancestors dream. This is the place where the unformed waits to be born. It is a place of absolute safety. Nothing can reach you here. No judgment can find you. No fear can touch you. You are held by the gravity of love, the fundamental force that keeps the planets in their orbits and the atoms in their dance. The silence is singing to you now. It is a low, resonant hum, the sound of the primordial Om, the vibration of the very fabric of space. It vibrates in your bones. It vibrates in the spaces between your thoughts. It vibrates in the very center of your heart. It is telling you that you are home. It is telling you that you are whole. It is telling you that you are free. The burden of the self is a heavy garment that you have worn for a long time. It was made of the threads of your name, your job, your history, your desires. It was a useful garment for the day, but now, in the night, it is too heavy. You have unbuttoned it. You have let it slide off your shoulders. You have watched it sink down into the depths, disappearing into the dark. And now, you are naked and light. You are pure spirit. You are pure awareness. You are the water itself, moving through the water. The concept of time has lost its meaning. A second is the same as an eternity. The past is just a ripple that has already reached the shore. The future is just a cloud that has not yet formed. There is only the eternal now, the eternal breath, the eternal tide. You are the watcher and the watched. You are the dreamer and the dream. As you drift further into the embrace of deep sleep, let the image of the dark ocean expand until it fills everything. There is no ceiling, there are no walls, there is no floor. There is only this vast, liquid darkness pulsing with the light of distant stars. You are a single drop of water in this ocean, and yet you are the entire ocean in a single drop. This is the truth that the mind could never understand, but the heart has always known. Your thoughts are like fallen leaves on the surface of a deep pond. They were beautiful in their time, colorful and bright. But now, They have become heavy with water. They are sinking. They are drifting down through the layers of your consciousness. They are becoming part of the rich silt at the bottom. They are no longer distractions. They are nourishment for the dreams that will grow in the garden of your sleep. The air you breathe is now the breath of the world. You are breathing for the trees that are sleeping in the forest. You are breathing for the birds that are tucked into their nests. You are breathing for the mountains that stand in the moonlight. You are the lungs of the earth. You are the pulse of the night. Feel the profound relaxation in your feet. They have walked so many miles. They have carried you through so many days. Now they are weightless. They are dissolving into the dark water. Feel the relaxation in your hands. They have held so much. They have worked so hard. Now they are open and empty, like lotus flowers closing for the night. Feel the relaxation in your spine, the great mast of your ship. It is no longer rigid, it is fluid, curving with the movement of the tide. The ocean is calling you deeper. It is a call of ancient belonging. It is the call of the source. You are not falling, you are returning. You are returning to the state of grace that existed before the first thought was ever thought. You are returning to the silence that existed before the first word was ever spoken. The dark is beautiful. The dark is kind. The dark is where the stars are seen. The dark is where the soul is healed. Do not fear the dark ocean of the universe. It is your mother. It is your father. It is your true home. The waves of the tide are getting slower now. The space between the inhale and the exhale is growing longer. In that space, there is a profound peace. It is a gap in the fabric of the world. It is a door into the absolute. Stay in that gap for as long as you can. It is the place of pure being. It is the place where overthinking dies and wisdom is born. You are the tide. You are the ocean. You are the dark. You are the sleep. The stars above the water are like jewels scattered on a bed of black velvet. They are millions of miles away, and yet they are reflected in every ripple of your being. You carry the light of the entire cosmos within you. You are made of stardust. You are made of silence. You are made of peace. As you sink into the final layers of sleep, the world of form disappears completely. There is no more forest. There is no more moss. There is no more body. There is only the flow. There is only the vast, dark, beautiful tide of existence. You are merging with the infinite. You are becoming the absolute. The breath is a whisper. The heart is a drum in the distance. The mind is a mirror that has been turned toward the night. There is nothing left to reflect. There is only the night. Sleep now in the heart of the ocean. Sleep now in the cradle of the stars. Sleep now in the arms of the great silence. The journey is over. The destination is here. You are free. You are whole. You are peace. The tide is still. The water is deep. The darkness is complete. And in this darkness, you are more awake than you have ever been. But it is a different kind of waking. It is the waking of the soul. It is the waking that happens only when the body and the mind are perfectly at rest. The universe is breathing through you. The universe is dreaming through you. The universe is loving through you. You are the nectar. You are the wisdom. You are the eternal flow. Let the waves take you. Let the depth hold you. Let the silence fill you. Deep, deep sleep. The ocean is you. The tide is you. The peace is you. Every cell of your being is now vibrating in harmony with the cosmos. The restless energy of the day has been transformed into the steady, glowing light of a distant star. You are a beacon of tranquility in the vastness of the night. You are a sanctuary of stillness in the movement of the spheres. There is no more need for words. There is no more need for stories. The story of you has reached its most beautiful chapter. The chapter of the great rest. The chapter of the merging. The chapter of the return. The water is warm now, like a gentle bath. It surrounds you with a sense of total acceptance. You are forgiven for everything. You are loved for everything. You are celebrated for simply being. You are the precious child of the universe, resting in the lap of the infinite. Feel the final release, the final letting go, the final surrender. The ego is a shadow that has vanished in the light of the moon. The self is a name that has been written on the water. There is only the ocean. There is only the tide. There is only the deep, dark, beautiful sleep. The rhythm of the tide is the rhythm of your soul. It will carry you through the night. It will guard you while you dream. It will bring you back to the shore when the sun rises. But for now, stay in the deep. Stay in the dark. Stay in the peace. The overthinking mind is gone. The burden of thought is lifted. The weight of the world is forgotten. You are light. You are air. You are water. You are the universe. Inhale the peace of the stars. Exhale the silence of the sea. Inhale the wisdom of the void. Exhale the love of the source. You are sinking deeper, 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 into the velvet blackness, into the heart of the mystery, into the essence of all things. The breath is the tide. The tide is the breath. The ocean is one. The soul is one. All is one. All is peace. All is sleep. Rest now. The great ocean holds you. The great silence knows you. The great peace is you. Sleep. 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 The ripples on the surface are far away. The noise of the world is a memory of a memory. You are in the sanctuary of the deep. The pressure is a hug. The darkness is a vision. The silence is a song. You are the tide. You are the ocean. You are the universe. Merging, dissolving, becoming, being. Peace. 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 The breath is a slow and steady wave. The heart is a soft and rhythmic pulse. The mind is a clear and bottomless lake. You are the stillness at the center of the storm. You are the light at the edge of the shadow. You are the sleep at the end of the day. In the vast, dark ocean of the universe, you have found your place. It is not a place on a map. It is a state of being. It is the state of total mindfulness. It is the state of total freedom. It is the state of total rest. The stars are watching over you. The moon is guiding your dreams. The earth is holding your body. And the ocean is becoming your soul. Everything is as it should be. Everything is in its right place. You are exactly where you need to be. In the deep, in the dark, in the peace. Sleep now. The tide is coming in. The tide is going out. You are the tide. You are the ocean. You are the sleep. The silence is your home. The darkness is your sanctuary. The peace is your true nature. Sleep. 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 The final boundary has dissolved. The final thought has faded. The final breath is a gift to the world. You are no longer a person. You are the presence. You are the peace. You are the ocean. You are the sleep. In the deep, dark water of the night, you are found. In the vast, silent space of the universe, you are known. In the rhythmic tide of the breath, You are free. Sleep. 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 The nectar is your blood. The wisdom is your bone. The night is your spirit. You are the dreamer. You are the dream. You are the ocean. Peace. 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 The tide is slow. The tide is deep. The tide is you. Sleep. 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 As the last echoes of the world fall away, the silence becomes your entire reality. It is a warm, thick silence that wraps around you like a cocoon. Within this cocoon, you are safe. You are protected. You are loved. The overthinking mind has no place here. It cannot breathe in this deep water. It has been left behind on the shore, a discarded shell. You are the living being that has emerged from that shell, soft and new and infinite. The darkness of the ocean is now filled with a soft, internal light. It is the light of your own consciousness, the light that never goes out. It is the light that was there before you were born and will be there after you are gone. It is the light of the eternal now. It glows with a gentle golden hue, illuminating the deep water around you. You can see the beauty of the void. You can see the perfection of the emptiness. You are drifting now in a state of pure bliss. This is the bliss that comes from the cessation of craving. This is the bliss that comes from the end of the search. You have found what you were looking for. You have found yourself in the heart of the universe. The breath is so slow now that it is almost imperceptible. It is just a subtle shift in the energy of the ocean, a slight rise, a slight fall, a perfect balance. You are at the point of perfect equilibrium. You are at the center of the turning world. The stars are singing to you. Their voices are made of light and time. They are telling you the secrets of the ancient ones. They are telling you that you are eternal. They are telling you that you are stardust. They are telling you that you are peace. Listen to the song of the stars. Listen to the pulse of the ocean. Listen to the silence of your own heart. You are the tide. You are the ocean. You are the universe. You are the sleep. Deep, deep sleep. The ocean is you. The darkness is you. The peace is you. Every worry has been washed away by the salt. Every fear has been dissolved by the depth. Every thought has been silenced by the scale of the vastness. You are simply here. You are simply being. You are simply peace. The water is your mother. The dark is your father. The stars are your brothers and sisters. The universe is your home. Sleep now in the heart of the home. Sleep now in the arms of the family. Sleep now in the essence of the self. The journey is complete. The mindfulness has freed you. The overthinking has ended. The sleep has begun. You are the tide. You are the ocean. You are the dark. You are the sleep. Peace. 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 The waves are small and gentle now. They are just a whisper on the surface of your being. They are the last traces of the world. They are the last reminders of the day. They are fading. They are going. They are gone. There is only the deep. There is only the dark. There is only the still. You are the stillness. You are the depth. You are the dark. Sleep. 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 In the heart of the great ocean, you are resting. In the soul of the great universe, you are dreaming. In the breath of the great tide, you are being. You are the nectar. You are the wisdom. You are the peace. The night is yours. The silence is yours. The freedom is yours. Sleep. 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 The final gate stands open now, And it is not a gate of wood or stone, but a gate of light and shadow, a gate of soft transitions. You have walked through the forests of your own mind, through the thickets of overthinking, and through the clearing of quiet observation. Now, you stand at the edge of the great, dark, and warm ocean of deep sleep. This is the stage of total surrender. There is nothing left to hold on to. There is no need to grasp at the edges of the day or the fragments of tomorrow. The world has fallen away, and you are left with the beautiful, infinite essence of your own being, which is the same as the essence of the universe. Feel the weight of your body as it rests upon the surface beneath you. This surface is no longer just a bed or a floor, it is the very palm of the earth, holding you with a tenderness that is ancient and unchanging. The gravity that pulls at your limbs is not a burden, but a gentle invitation to return home. It is a magnetic pull, drawing every atom of your physical form back toward the center of the world. Imagine your body as a mountain that is slowly, over 1,000 years, settling into the valley. The peaks of your shoulders, the ridges of your spine, the slopes of your legs, all of them are finding their final resting place. There is a profound honesty in this weight. You are no longer trying to stand tall or move forward. You are simply being pulled into the embrace of the ground. Listen to the silence that has begun to fill the room. It is not an empty silence, but a thick, velvet silence that has a texture you can almost feel against your skin. It is like a soft blanket of mist that has settled over a lake at dawn. This silence is the language of the universe when it is at rest. It is the sound of the stars turning in their orbits. It is the sound of the deep earth breathing. Within this silence, the echoes of your thoughts are fading. They are like birds flying away into the distance until they are nothing more than tiny specks on the horizon. And then they are gone. The sky of your mind is vast and clear. It is a deep, midnight blue, stretching out forever in every direction. There is no wind here. There is no storm. There is only the stillness of the void. The air you breathe is cool and sweet. As it enters your body, imagine it as a silver thread, weaving its way through your lungs and into your blood. With every inhalation, you are drawing in the peace of the night. With every exhalation, you are releasing the last remnants of the self. The self is a story you have been telling for a long time, but now the story is coming to an end for the night. You do not need to be a name, or a profession, or a history. You do not need to be a success or a failure. You do not need to be a thinker or a doer. You are simply a presence, a flicker of awareness in the great dark. Think of a single drop of water hanging from the leaf of a willow tree over a vast, still lake. The drop is clear and perfect, reflecting the moonlight. It feels its own weight. It feels the pull of the water below. For a moment, it clings to the leaf, afraid to let go, afraid of losing its shape, its identity as a drop. But the weight becomes too much, and the pull of the lake is too strong. The drop falls. It travels through the air in a moment of pure, weightless freedom, and then it touches the surface of the lake. There is a tiny ripple, a soft sound, and then the drop is gone. But it is not lost. It has become the lake. It is now the depth, the cold, the stillness, and the vastness of the entire body of water. It is no longer a drop. It is the ocean. This is what it means to fall into deep sleep. You are the drop, letting go of the leaf of your daily life, falling into the infinite lake of non-being. Your breath is the rhythm of this lake. It is a slow, rhythmic pulse that moves without effort. You are not breathing. The universe is breathing through you. The rise and fall of your chest is the movement of the tides. There is no struggle here. There is no overthinking the next breath. It comes when it is ready, and it leaves when it is finished. Each breath is a cycle of life and death, a miniature journey from the world of form into the world of the formless. Follow the breath as it leaves your body. Follow it out into the room, out into the night air. out toward the moon and the stars. See how it dissolves into the atmosphere. See how you are dissolving with it. The temperature of the room is perfect. It is a cool cradle that makes the warmth of your own body feel like a sacred fire. Feel that warmth radiating from your core, from the center of your chest, spreading out through your arms to your fingertips and down through your legs to your toes. This warmth is the energy of life, the same energy that burns in the heart of the sun. But here, it is quiet. It is a glowing ember, protected by the ash of the day. There is a deep comfort in this warmth. It is the feeling of being safe, of being exactly where you are supposed to be. There is nowhere else to go, there is nothing else to do. The world outside continues its frantic dance, but you have stepped off the stage. You are in the wings now, in the shadows, where it is quiet and still. Consider the nature of your thoughts one last time. They are like clouds passing across the face of the moon. Sometimes they are thick and dark, obscuring the light. Sometimes they are thin and wispy, barely there at all. But the moon is always there, whether you see it or not. The moon is your true nature, the silent witness that remains when all the thinking has stopped. Now, even the moon is beginning to fade. Light is softening, turning into a dull glow, and then into a gentle darkness. This darkness is not the absence of light, it is the source of light. It is the fertile soil from which all things grow. In this darkness, your mind finds its ultimate rest. You are drifting now. The boundaries of your body are becoming porous. You can no longer tell where your skin ends and the air begins. You are expanding, filling the room, filling the house, filling the night. You are the rustle of the leaves in the trees outside. You are the distant hum of the city. You are the silence of the mountains. You are the deep, slow currents of the sea. There is no I here. There is only this. This moment, this peace, this stillness. The overthinking mind has finally grown tired of its own noise. It has laid down its tools. It has closed its eyes. It has realized that all its questions were just ripples on the surface, and the answers were always waiting in the depths. Imagine you are lying in a small boat, drifting on a calm, dark river. There are no oars, and there is no rudder. You do not need them. The current is gentle, and it knows the way. The banks of the river are lined with ancient trees that lean over the water, their branches heavy with sleep. The stars above are reflected in the dark water, so that you feel as though you are floating through the sky itself. The boat rocks very slightly, a movement so subtle it is almost a vibration. This rocking is the heartbeat of the world. It soothes you, it lulls you, it tells you that everything is all right. Everything has always been all right. The worries that seemed so large in the daylight are now like pebbles at the bottom of the river, smoothed by the water, silent and still. You are sinking deeper now. It is a slow descent into the heart of the mystery. It is like falling through layers of soft silk, each layer more delicate than the last. You pass through the layer of memory, where the images of your life flicker like old films and then fade. You pass through the layer of emotion, where the joys and sorrows of the day melt into a single, neutral sensation of being. You pass through the layer of identity, where your name and your face are forgotten. And finally, you reach the layer of pure existence. This is the place of non-being, where you are everything and nothing at the same time. It is the state of the unborn, the state of the eternal. In this state, there is no time. The past is a dream that has ended. The future is a dream that has not yet begun. There is only the eternal now, a single point of light that is also an infinite expanse. You are resting in the very center of this point. It is a place of absolute safety. No thought can reach you here. No anxiety can find you. You are beyond the reach of the world. You are in the sanctuary of the soul. The peace you feel is not something you have earned or something you have created. It is what you are. It is your fundamental substance. As you drift further into this embrace, let the words themselves begin to dissolve. The sounds are becoming just a part of the ambient hum of the universe. The meaning is no longer important, only the feeling remains. The feeling of being held, the feeling of being home, the feeling of total, absolute surrender. You are a leaf falling in a windless forest. You are a snowflake landing on a warm stone. You are the last note of a song fading into the rafters of a great cathedral. The journey of mindfulness has brought you to this threshold. It has taught you how to watch the thoughts without becoming them. It has taught you how to breathe through the tension until it melts. It has taught you that you are not the storm, but the space in which the storm happens. And now, mindfulness itself can be put aside. You do not need to be mindful anymore. You do not need to be aware. You can simply be. You can vanish into the sleep. You can lose yourself in the great, dark, warm ocean. The waves are gone now. The surface is like glass. Deep beneath the surface, in the cold, dark depths, there is a stillness that has never been broken. That stillness is calling to you. It is a low, resonant frequency that vibrates in your very bones. It says, "Come." It says, "Rest." It says, "Be still." You are answering that call. You are moving toward that stillness with every passing second. Your heart is beating slowly, a steady, calm drum in the darkness. Your muscles are completely loose, like unspun wool. Your jaw is relaxed. Your eyes are heavy, so heavy, behind their closed lids. There is a profound wisdom in this surrender. To sleep is to trust the universe. It is to acknowledge that the world will continue to turn without your help. It is to let go of the illusion of control. In this letting go, there is a great freedom. You are free from the burden of yourself. You are free from the weight of your history. You are free from the expectations of the future. You are just a part of the great unfolding, a single note in the infinite symphony. The darkness is warm now. It feels like a soft, heavy cloak wrapped around you. It protects you. It hides you. It nourishes you. In this darkness, your body is repairing itself, your mind is clearing itself, and your spirit is returning to its source. You are like a seed buried deep in the earth, waiting for the spring, but for now, content to be in the dark, in the quiet, in the cold. There is no hurry, there is no rush. There is only the long, slow night. The space between your thoughts has grown so wide that the thoughts themselves have disappeared. There is only the space, a vast, empty, beautiful space. It is the space between the stars. It is the space inside the atom. It is the space where God breathes. You are that space. You are the emptiness that contains everything. You are the silence that contains all music. You are the darkness that contains all light. Sleep now, in the arms of the infinite. Sleep now, in the essence of the void. Sleep now, in the heart of the stillness. The tide has carried you far from the shore. The land is gone. The lights of the world are gone. There is only the water and the sky. And soon, even the water and the sky will merge into one. You are drifting into the center of the circle. You are returning to the beginning. You are becoming the uncarved block, the unpainted canvas, the unspoken word. The overthinking has ended. The mind is a quiet lake. The body is a heavy stone. The soul is a wandering cloud. All of them are merging, melting, disappearing into the one. There is no more mindfulness, for there is no one left to be mindful. There is only the sleep. There is only the deep. There is only the peace. As the last traces of consciousness flicker and fade, like a candle burning down to the wick, feel the final, gentle touch of the night. It is a kiss on the forehead. It is a whisper in the ear. It says, "It is done." It says, "You are safe." It says, "Sleep." The darkness is total now. It is a beautiful, welcoming darkness. It is the darkness of the womb. It is the darkness of the deep forest. It is the darkness of the universe before the first star was born. Enter this darkness with joy. Enter it with gratitude. Enter it with total surrender. You are the sleep. You are the stillness. You are the peace. The nectar of the night is yours to drink. The wisdom of the silence is yours to know. The freedom of the void is yours to inhabit. There is nothing left but the drift. The long, slow, beautiful drift into the heart of non-being. Drifting. Sinking. Fading. Gone. In the heart of the great ocean, you are resting. In the soul of the great universe, you are dreaming. In the breath of the great tide, you are being. You are the nectar. You are the wisdom. You are the peace. The night is yours. The silence is yours. The freedom is yours. Everything is still. The air is motionless. The heart is a slow, steady pulse. The mind is a void. The body is a shadow. You are the space between the shadows. You are the silence between the heartbeats. You are the stillness at the center of the turning world. The journey is complete. The gate is closed behind you. You are home. You are safe. You are at rest. The overthinking has been left at the shore. The anxiety has been washed away by the tide. The self has dissolved into the infinite. There is only this. There is only peace. There is only sleep. 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 The mountain has settled. The river has reached the sea. The cloud has become the rain. The drop has become the lake. The breath has become the wind. You have become the universe. Total surrender, total peace, total sleep. The stars are watching over you, but you do not see them. The earth is holding you, but you do not feel it. The night is breathing you, but you do not know it. You are simply there, in the heart of the mystery, in the center of the dark, in the soul of the stillness. Rest now. Rest now. Rest now. The day is a distant memory. The morning is a far-off promise. For now, there is only the night. There is only the deep, dark, warm embrace of the infinite. You are home. You are whole. You are at peace. Sleep. 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 The silence is your song. The darkness is your light. The void is your fullness. You have let go of everything, and in doing so, you have found everything. You have found the peace that passes all understanding. You have found the rest that has no end. Drift away. Drift away. Drift away into the warm, infinite embrace of stillness and non-being, into the heart of the great sleep, into the soul of the eternal peace. 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 Sleep. Sleep. Sleep.